Excellent.
Not delay. Welcome, welcome. D&D, it's that time for some more Dungeons and Dragons. Hope everyone's having a good night.
Excellent.
To start us off, a little bit of a recap of what happened last time. We started off last session. Crealis was very badly poisoned. We were all rushing to go try and help her. Barty came out, taught you guys how to make a antidote to counteract said poison. Kind of sat you all around the campfire and went over some of the basics of what Barty knew. He specifically made sure to apologize because he felt like he had been a little bit of a hoity-toity kind of whatever, as opposed to his more normal self. You guys all took a rest. Crealis was fine, except possibly a little bit traumatized. And so when you guys woke up, Barty went over the plan. Had this whole plan planned out for Olenara and what you guys were going to do when you get there, and you guys all just kind of said nope. So you guys went along your way to Olenara with your own whatever you wanted to do. You met a elf named Farah outside. She kind of went. She seemed kind of okay with the fact you guys didn't want to plan. She seems like a very, not a very like rigid elf, very like whatever, you guys do what you want, that's totally cool, very relaxed. So you guys all went into town, went and did your own things. You witnessed the just terribleness of the high elves and how they kind of treat everyone like jerks. Kiva, you went and you read some books on the shadow, on necromancy,
So many books.
on stars, so many books. The rest of you went on a shopping spree, did your things, grabbed your items. Mega rolled very high in deception and essentially played everything off as if he was a elf or a Goliath, actually, I believe is what he was trying to play off as. He was just one of the normal people. Ended up going off very well, getting everything he needed. No one saw through anything. And then Spoguglio decided, rather than kind of go do his own thing, wanted to go with Pharrell and learn about what the town was going to do about the defenses, like what the council meeting was. Much to Pharrell's surprise, the king, the High King Amiriel, was there to show that he cared about the town. So he walked in, Spoguglio and Pharrell stayed outside, kind of waited for the king to come out as to not cause any trouble and, whatever. Spoguglio does notice that the king and Pharrell had a little glance. Spoguglio was also detecting the thoughts of the king, and he said something along the lines of, I didn't expect to see her here. And when he leaves, you go in. Pharrell essentially just berated the council members until they told her what she needed to know. You know that the town needs help with the defenses and food. At the very end of the session, right before we went to the inn, Mega and Crealis were kind of going along the town wall, noticed that there was some lumber that needed to be moved. Mega sadly could not quite move the lumber into position for the defenses. He tried really hard, but it was just a really difficult piece of lumber to move. And then Spoguglio and Kiva, I think, were headed towards the inn. Or everyone was headed towards the inn. Because the library had closed down.
Yeah,
and
library had closed, and Kiva was like, well, I guess I can't stay here.
Not anymore. Okay. So that was last session. We're going to start out with everyone at the inn, right outside the inn. You guys all meet up. The four of you converge. The reason you're going in there is to talk to Greg about stuff. You know that Greg's in there.
And maybe to eventually sleep.
Potentially sleep. Who knows?
Who knows?
So Spoguglio was upset because nobody would, or I guess not nobody, but most people wouldn't serve him or really let him talk. And that's kind of what he does. So he's kind of like muttering gnomish profanities under his breath, like stupid high, stupid.
Angry now.
Money's not worth nothing in this stupid backwater town.
Okay, so you all, just muttering, and you're all kind of going into the inn. It's
Yeah, Kiva's probably still got like a notebook in hand, still just like
Good, jotting things
reading,
down.
rereading, scribbling. Yeah.
Nice. As you're walking towards the inn, as you go inside, it's a pretty traditional inn. Rather than your like bar on one side and the kind of steps down you were used to the big meeting room, it's just a circular room with a bar in the very center of it and tables kind of around it. There's a stairwell in the back, which is what you would assume would lead towards rooms. And Greg is kind of off to the right. You can notice him scrawling down on pieces of paper and giving out like directions to a couple people. There, and the tavern is about medium full.
Who gave us the directions? Like when we first got here, like you do this. Was that Greg? He's like, you do this, you don't do this, you don't tell them.
No, that was Barty. Barty was trying to be like, you don't tell them you're the, yeah, Barty was the one that told you like 3 times. You don't tell them you're part of the rebellion. You say you're the Horizon Walkers.
Right.
Yeah.
Greg is our inside man. You know.
Yeah, Greg is.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna walk over to Greg. So Spaguglio walks over to Greg.
So does Mega.
And he's like, "Hey, I didn't know you were gonna be here."
Yeah. I'm leading the defense, or at least helping with the defense. Weren't you told I was going to be in the inn?
I don't remember. That was hours ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm here. So glad
Cool.
to see you guys
Great.
around.
How is the defensive preparations going?
Well, Pharrell has come by and told me what the council said they needed. She has a way with words and was able to get out of them what they think, what they need.
The most painful thing I've seen this week.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. The thing is the council could just hole up in the town square and possibly be okay. It's more like what the outlying people need. So they're like, well, we're fine, so we don't care. And she had to like, probably, did she have to punch anyone? She probably didn't do that, but it would have been funny.
No.
Okay. Too bad. They need, their biggest concerns are food and water, or food and defenses. I don't know if you've seen that they've been trying to build defenses around the perimeter. If you guys possibly tomorrow, before we have to defend, the Shadow didn't say, I will be there exactly at midday. He said, I will be here on this day of this time. Have fun. So we can still build some fences tomorrow for defenses. But yeah.
How much are they paying for that? Because I don't feel too neighborly towards a lot of these people.
I mean, they're not paying anything. They're trying. So what you need to realize, I actually fully agree with you. I'm a half orc. Trust me. They don't normally treat very kindly to me. I'm just a Horizon Walker, so they say, well, he's allowed in here, I guess. The people that you see that give you crap aren't the only people that live in this town. Those are the people that sadly represent it. There are people all throughout here that live as a servant, on the very outskirts, that need protecting, that never get any protection at all. And that's why we do what we do. We don't.
I'm just saying, we got a word for people like that back in Little Italy. We call them.
Go on.
We call them dicks.
That is a very correct word. Yes. I agree with you fully.
People around there, they don't like being called that. They take exception to that.
Some of you do. So some of you notice around the tavern that it's actually a pretty mixed series of races. Just in case any of you were curious as to whether Greg was just randomly talking bad about high. You don't really see any high levels in the specific tavern. It's pretty much everyone else that would live in Olenara.
I'm just saying it wouldn't really be a shame if we just kind of escorted them to the back of the town and said, "There's no fence over there," and just walked away. I don't think anyone would be too upset. Oh, no. Don't say anything. I know what you're thinking, and I totally agree. We can do exactly what I said with the false retreat. We can just keep bringing them back into the village.
So first off, the false retreat isn't going to work around here because it's too tight. There is no open spaces to hold. The woods are too tightly like.
What if
there's
we
no
just
good
run
path.
all the way back to the back of the town and we stop there?
So once again, the collateral damage to the races that don't deserve anything would be way. I like the way you think. I
too.
respect what you're trying to say. I have no love for the high elves, but we need to care for everyone else at the same time. We can't just say,
That's
sack the
right.
town.
I'm just wondering if we offered the high elves, if maybe do they want specific blood when they come to kill, or do they just want blood? Because if we're like, hey, those guys, they might be like, hey, it's been a long week. You know what? There you go.
Do they want specific blood? That's a great question.
My experience is that things that want blood don't usually stop at just one.
We could.
There's a lot of high elves.
There are a lot of high elves. I don't think, and maybe I'm terribly wrong here, the shadow would just be like, just kill the high. He's mayhem. Chaos is his, it's how he operates.
Hmm.
You'd offer him the high elves, and then he would kill everything else other than the high elves, just to prove you wrong.
Ah. So he's a big dick.
Correct.
Mhm.
He is one of
Mhm.
those.
I see.
Okay. So what you're saying is that if we want to do something useful that won't kill everybody,
We should
Yeah, we
defend
can-
the town as best we
then-
can.
we can build fences.
Correct. We can build some fences, scavenge some food in case it happens to be a little bit longer of a siege, or actually turns into any form of siege. They are light on those kind of supplies. Food.
What kind of
and
fence we
defense.
talking here? Like standard picket or
So if you were an army and you saw a picket fence, do you think
would-
that
I
would
might-
stop you?
I mean, I might be respectful and walk around. Is the paint wet?
Maybe. No, I mean that's a great question. Is the paint wet? Once again, if
mean,
you were an army, do you
They
really
still
think
have
you'd
a
be
moral
respectful?
code of some kind.
Are you sure?
I mean, I've killed people, but I wouldn't necessarily knock down a fence.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
I'm just saying.
Think of that purple magic stuff, though. They didn't seem like they were going to be stopped by any picket fence.
Be fair, there wasn't one there.
Greg doesn't fully understand what you're saying because he got kind of debriefed at what happened in Hartrim, but he didn't really know what happened. If you remember, he was one of the people that sent you thinking that nothing wrong was happening there. The purple stuff is just like,
I guess counter argument. We don't know. He doesn't know.
true.
'Cause so far, he knows everything. So
No,
far,
that's fine. I'm
but-
just saying, Greg looks a little bit.
Okay.
I meant to say Greg looks a little bit confused by that comment.
Okay.
He's a little bit too busy to pay too much attention to it because he is still running around and giving the occasional order to we need fences over here. We need defenses over here. Can you go try and scavenge for this kind of thing? He does look a little bit confused though at the purple haze argument. So are we good here? Defenses
Yeah, I'm good.
and food.
At this point, Kiva kind of steps in. She's been hanging out in the back. She's just been listening. She's very much an observer a good chunk of the time.
Mhm.
She's got her own little ideas and plans brewing. But at this point, she kind of steps up and she asks where her room is going to be.
Should be right up the stairs. It's another circle upstairs. There's like a meeting room and then rooms off to the side. And then there's another floor. Second floor should be the room. They're numbered. Room number 3.
She's gone.
Okay.
She doesn't even say thank you. So she's like, her mind is so chaotic that she's just like, I'm gone.
Excuse her. She doesn't know what a fence is. She lives in the wilderness.
She lives in the wilderness.
Honestly, you're
There's
not
no
entirely
boundaries in the
wrong.
wilderness.
No boundaries in the wilderness. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. That's totally fine. She's got her own thing to do. So yeah, defenses and food. I like your ideas. I think if you wrote some of them down before you said them and then told me, it'd probably be more productive. But I like where they're coming from. They're coming from the heart, and I like that.
If we have food, who do we bring it to?
Table 4.
Table 4.
They look pretty agitated.
I'd bring it back to this inn if you have food.
Back here? Okay.
Yeah, the high elves have more than enough in stock. It's more so what we're dealing with. They'll
All
be
right.
fine.
So Mega's gonna kind of look, look for a window or something. Like what time of day is it? What time of night is it here?
It's afternoon. It's like the sun is setting. It's not on the horizon, or it's
Feels like early evening.
early evening. Yeah.
Okay. So one last thing, Greg. Do you know where I could get any sort of like fishing supplies?
Fishing supplies. Possibly.
I forgot to get some at the general store.
Possibly at the general store. I don't think there's any like specialty shops that would sell them. It'd probably just be a general store thing. There's a river that runs through, so there's got to be at least some fishing supplies for fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go look.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for your help. Once again, like the ideas. Just write them down on its paper first.
My accent's a bit too thick. I understand now.
He's also illiterate.
Greg chuckles a little bit and then just goes back to writing things down.
So you can't read my handwriting.
Oh, probably he probably can't read my handwriting. He's a lost cause.
Those are related.
Accent so thick it comes through in his writing.
All right. So I guess at this point, Mega, he has a goal. He hears what they need. He's a man of action. He he has a goal. He's going to go do it. So he's going to drop his his adventuring type gear stuff in his room in the inn, and then go see if the store's still open. If it is, get himself fishing pole, some bait, and then head upriver and try and catch like a bunch of fish. It's getting towards late afternoon, dusk. It's a good time to fish. He's just going to try and start increasing the food supplies in one of the ways that he knows how.
Sure. So you go back to the general store. It's still open. You go in. The general store was the Goliath, I think. So he's friendly. It costs a silver for net and fishing supplies and all that stuff. And you go to the river that runs through Alinara. And I need you to make a survival check for fishing.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Come on.
You catch some fish. So you catch a good amount of fish. With your net, they just seem to be going right into it. It's really easy for you to do. You get a good net full of fish to bring back with you.
All right. Well, no sense in carrying the full fish, so he'll clean them up on the side of the river and then, stuff them in a sack and bring them back to the inn.
Nice. You have
Okay.
1 sack of fish.
Later, someone comes by and there's just a bunch of fish carcasses on the side.
Yep. They're a little bit
Just
confused.
pile of fish guts. on the
While
side of the
Mega was
riverbed.
while Mega was out fishing, Spaguglio, if Crealis was around, he's gonna go get a table, and I assume there's like a taverny part of the inn. I assume if other people are here
Yeah.
to go get a table and
Yeah,
would
so there are
invite
tables
Crealis
around
if
to
she
the
was
center.
there.
Around the center bar, there are tables that kind of are.
I'm
strewn.
getting a table, and if Crealis is there, I would have invited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, at this point, we're there, and she's not entirely keen on going back out and hobbling around again. So,
So when we get to the bar, I look at whoever's behind the bar, and I was like, I need paper and quill.
The dwarf that is behind the bar looks very strangely at you and says that'll be 2 copper.
I believe I still have money. One second.
I
I
got
don't.
two of mine.
I can't remember what. Yeah, I got a lot. Yeah. I will give him. Yeah, 2 copper.
Okay.
Okay.
So he
Okay, yeah,
reaches
I
out
can-
your
I
hand,
do that.
takes 2 copper, and takes the notebook that was like on his waist, or like a smaller roll of paper that was on his waist, and a quill, and gives it to you. You notice that it's like half drawn through and it has orders on it, but there are some blank spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 menus.
Sure. Gets two menus. It says Olenara Inn.
Okay, I start doodling. I'm not actually writing out my plans like some people might think, like some people think I am.
Yeah.
But I am doodling.
Excellent.
I'm drawing
Okay.
what appears to be a picture.
Okay.
Just the
Is there-
resemblance of the picture.
Would anyone looking on be able to tell what this picture is going to look like, or is it just like crazy?
This is what it looks like to anybody who looks.
Yeah, I like it. I don't have like a Discord thing I can show on stream, but yeah, I like it.
I can.
Amazing.
like a-
You could
Amazing.
save the image if you really want to. You could save the image.
Oh, I will. But I'll do this. It's a mother. Yeah.
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 Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
so he's drawing that up right now, and he and he looks over at Crealis, and he's just like, "So you're feeling better now?"
She like her eyes go from like what you're scrutinizing what you're writing with what's the look? Not quite confusion, but like intently studying what you're scribbling out, and kind of glances up and nods briefly.
And then he's like, he kind of points at like the picture, and like the 2 X's in the middle is like, "That's you beside me. It's a super secret plan for later."
Her eyes widen. She nods slowly and like kind of leans in a little bit to try to look more closely.
I have a quick question. So is there
Yeah.
like a balcony, like a circular balcony, and then the rooms are like adjacent to that balcony?
So we
So
go
like
up
you
the
go upstairs and there's
stairs.
like a
It kind of
balcony
winds
with
back
rooms
in, and
around
then there's the meeting area, and then each room has like a balcony that circles around it. So there is like an
Okay, but
outside portion of
the
each room.
balcony face outwards, not inwards. There's not like an inward facing balcony.
Correct. There's outward facing balconies. The actual inside that you end up coming into from the first floor is like a meeting area. There's no outside to it. It's just like the inside of an inn.
Gotcha. At this point, Kiva's gonna come out and standing at the top of the stairs. She's not gonna go down the stairs, but from the top of the stairs, she's gonna just shout, "Crealis, I need you!"
Crealis literally jumps and flutters for a moment, but like can't really because her cloak is like covering the wings, and so it's more like this hop. These stray feathers kind of come out, and she like hovers down to the ground, and and she stabilizes herself on her feet and hesitates, and then hops, like a
Yep.
bird, up the stairs.
As Krialis like comes up the stairs, Kiva's gonna like put her hand like gently on Krialis's back and just be like, I apologize for startling you. However, I need your assistance.
you you can feel her little bird heart like, but she just kind of nods.
I feel like I can hear that.
From all the way downstairs.
No, it's one of those things where like as Krialis leaves, you're like, you notice the absence of a thumping sound. Like,
Yeah. Like, oh, I thought it was my heart.
It was her little bird heart. And Kiva's gonna like guide Krialis back to her room, and it's only been what, like 15, 20 minutes since everybody got like
Did you
settled
see the
down.
drawing? It's clearly been hours.
It's probably been like 15-20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
It hasn't been long, but there's already like notes sprawled everywhere, stuff tacked into the walls, like maps and drawings and star charts.
full conspiracy
Everything.
theory.
Yeah, string
Yeah,
attaching
full,
certain
like,
things.
conspiracy mode, like strings
String, yeah.
attached. Yeah, whole shebang, and like the book. The book of memories is like in the middle of it all with like a circle of papers around it.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna.
Why
I
are you
have a good
saying
feeling
oh
about
no?
this.
What's
She's
your
gonna
wisdom?
she's gonna browbeat Krialis into using the book by themselves.
No, y'all aren't even listening. You think that Kiva's a bad person and is gonna do that to poor little baby
Yeah, I think
Krialis?
Kiva would. I think Kiva
Yes.
would never allow Krialis to actually use the book if she could help it. Like, just,
No.
yeah.
Never, ever.
If she knows it's bad, she'd throw it at
So-
Spaguglio and say, use it.
Right, 100%. And be like, wise up, motherfucker. Sorry.
Crit. I would crit that whiz save.
Just out of spite, yeah.
Pardon my language, but that's the
No,
exact
it's fine.
verbiage.
No, yeah, yeah.
In Druidic. And so she guides Krialis in, and Krialis is just this like sprawling like cave of knowledge. And the bed is like, yeah, the bed is like totally covered. So she kind of like Kiva kind of like gestures for you to sit on the floor with her across from the Book of Memories. She kind of just like plops you there, and she plops on the other side. And she looks intently at you, Krialis, and Kiva's like, you understand that the circumstances these days are very dire.
Slow nod.
I do not wish to use this book further. However, it has information that we can still gather and we can use. She like scuffles through a few papers, and what I'm like, Kiva would have remembered the faces that she has seen through the memories, right?
Correct.
Kind of like what the faces look like.
Yeah.
Kiva's not an artiste by any means, but she does, draw star charts, so she can like get rough doodles. And she pulls out like drawings of all of the people that she has seen in the memories. So I think that's like at least 1, 2, and 3.
It's 1, 2, and 3. You haven't really seen enough of the other 10 to get a real drawing of them, but 1, 2, and 3, yeah.
Right. And she kind of like puts them out on top of like the Book of Memories, kind of like across. And she says to Crealis, "These are very bad people. As you remember, this one hurt you very badly."
Yeah, her eyes kind of scan over, and they look at 1, they look at 3, and they settle on 2. Actually, no. You know,
Do you actually
she
know what
wouldn't
2 looks
have
like?
been like she never really saw 2 because
2
she
hit
was
you in the back and you were instantly in pain. I don't even think you would have gotten a
eyes
good look
screwed
at
shut
2.
Yeah,
around.
Yeah.
So
around.
she just never mind. So she's just like studies them intently.
Yeah. And Kiva points out that this was the one that injured you gravely. These people are very bad, and there are many more like them. These people are causing all of this chaos. Now, this army, so to speak, their goal is to just survive. However, I would like to try and nip this in the bud. If we can find the other members of this, evil gathering, I guess you could, for lack of better words, we might be able to stop this. If you would be willing, and this is only with your consent, I would like your help in scouting ahead of the army and seeing if we could find some of these people and try to reduce their damage as much as we can, as they will probably be the ones causing terror.
She she looks up and um what what did you have in mind?
She kind of like looks at you, and you can tell that there's like a little light kind of goes on behind her eyes. Like she kind of gets excited. She's like, "Ooh, yes." But she's still kind of very like calm about all of this. She says, "Well, as you are aware, I am very large and not easily hidden. You, on the other hand, have a very specific set of skills that could that could be used to scout ahead and to sneakily potentially find some of these key members, these key people, and you could do a little bit of scouting for me, and together we could find them and minimize the damage."
Her eyes go back to scanning these portraits.
So I haven't described 3 yet, but you would be able to tell from the drawing that 3 is a half elf. That you couldn't really tell the height from the drawing, but you do. The one most distinct feature from 3 is that he looks like he's always looking into the distance. Even though the picture with his eyes are looking at you, it looks like they're looking past you. It's a very distinct feature of 3. And when you look at the picture, you turn away, and then you look at it again, and you almost get a feeling of like, did I just do this? Like a deja vu feeling. Like, did I just see this like 2 seconds ago? But like deja vu just kind of comes over you. Have I done this before? Yeah.
Disturbing.
Correct.
Creepy.
Crealis does a little shiver.
Okay.
Kiva is kind of can see that she's like a little disturbed, and says, "You will be under my protection the entire time. I promise that any harm that would befall you, I will take full blame for it, and I will heal you personally. However, I feel like between you and I, we might be able to get this mission done quickly, quietly, under the nose of these Horizon Walkers and our acquaintances, and we might potentially gain an advantage over the chaos that is covering this land."
Yeah, again, she's now looking at you like she's listening. She have her attention for full attention.
So Kiva was listening to everything that like Gregan was saying, right? Does
Yeah, you'd be
she
able to hear that.
at this point have they discussed like a full out battle plan of like where people are gonna be and how things are going down?
Like he didn't give everyone a plan of like whether something was. It wasn't super detailed. It was more like what we need to get things started. He didn't give you like where you
Okay.
guys were going to be set up yet, where the
Right.
group was going to be.
Okay, so like Kiva doesn't have that solid of a plan, but like she wants to kind of like then take the time to explain some of her abilities to Crealis and kind of explain what she's capable of and kind of discuss about like potential strategies that they could do together to like overcome somebody or to distract them or to like find ways to like if they find the person, which is like her main goal is to like find the number and then try and like inhibit them as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
So you guys do that, kind of go over how to inhibit or incapacitate or deal with something. One of the subjects.
Yeah,
when
I
you-
think like after Kiva has kind of like shown some more like maps, drawings, some star charts to kind of like demonstrate what she's seen, what she knows to like Crealis, she'll just kind of like pause for a moment. She'll be like, she'll think about like she explained all this to the Crealis, but then she never really got a solid yes. So she'll just kind of look at Crealis like dead in the eyes, like, "Will you help me?"
If you think it'll help defend the people here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will.
I think it will do more than just help the people here. If we are successful, this might help people across the continent.
She just like the nodding increases in intensity.
Just more rapid fire nodding.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mega's fishing. Spuglia, what are you doing while they're doing anything while they're doing their stuff?
Definitely
That
ordering
beautiful
food.
plan.
Of course.
Yeah, working on the plan, but also
Ordering food.
Paguglio's hungry. He's got to eat.
That drill needs
It's
more
true.
squiggly lines.
We need more squiggly lines, more them,
So-
more us.
No more of us, probably.
Stonks.
So you can
But
get
he
food.
would
The menu,
definitely, yeah, he'd be like, "Bah."
the menu has various forms of elvish wine on it for a drink. It has what you would consider like it has your general like there's venison, there's different vegetable stews, there's fish dishes as well.
Is
From
this
the river?
mostly like, are we talking like, if we were to like kind of try to pull a parallel to like real world, are we talking like home cooking comfort food or like restaurant or like fast food or like dive?
Locally sourced food. One of the restaurants that are specifically like locally sourced. So
Okay.
but the menu is a little more comfort-ish with the locally sourced.
Okay.
So like fish and like what you would expect around the forest and the river.
Okay. So I'm like, what's your best dish? And I stare him down like with all of my chef's pride.
He stares
Not angrily, but like,
he stares
like,
right back
what-
at you. And it's like our famous fish stew. From the fish caught maybe 5 feet from where we are.
and Spaguglio kind of like, what kind of fish?
Um
I don't like how you said that.
trout? Sure. River fish.
He just kind of various river fish.
Various river fish.
Kind of looks back and he's like, I see. I'll have one of those and Do you have anything with rabbit?
Yeah, we have a leg of rabbit.
Those
Sure,
on separate plates.
sure. Goes and does that. You actually see him. There's a so behind him is like the kegs and stuff, and then behind that's like a stairwell down. You see him kind of go into because the kitchen is actually underneath the tavern. It goes down there.
Yep.
You hear a couple like ordering a. You can't quite make out exactly what the words are, and then in a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes, comes back up. 2 dishes. Here you go.
He sets one of the rabbit legs where Crealis was formerly sitting
Nice.
because she likes rabbit. And how is the food?
It's good. It's not like top of the top line. It's not
Okay.
bottom. It's like nice middle ground, what you'd expect from like a small town, but not like a super fancy small town.
Okay. Spaguglio takes a spoon and he kind of like looks the soup over. Is the broth clear? He's looking for what kind of vegetables and fish are in there. He takes a bite and he puts on not like a show for like everyone to see, but he's definitely acting.
Yeah.
And he's just like various river fish indeed.
Yep. Various river fish.
And he adds some salt and he takes a couple more bites and kind of pushes it aside and he eats his leg of rabbit in silence, staring off into the distance.
Okay. The bartender after that, after the little first, the like tavern keep.
Yeah.
After the first little thing, just kind of goes off and deals with someone else. Okay. At this point, Mega would be coming back with his bunch o' fish.
And
His
probably
nephew.
around that time, I think Kiva and Crealis are like wrapping up their little discussion as well.
Okay.
Probably been a couple hours, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, it's been a couple hours. Everyone's kind of making their way back in. Anyone want to do anything before? Well, I mean, I guess you'd give the fish to Greg. Very, very happy about it. Thank you so much. Good. Yeah.
I'm gonna rip the page out of the book because I clearly paid for this piece of paper.
Sure. You do that.
I don't feel like I rented it.
Technically, you paid for. I mean, they never said they wanted it back. So maybe it's just yours now. Who knows?
I ripped the page out of the book. I don't want to see his terrible order list.
Okay.
It just make me sad every time I open it. It's like, ugh.
Because he actually gets business.
Wow.
To be fair, I don't know if I have business right now.
That's true. Who knows?
There's
Anyway,
two distinct possibilities that are both equally terrible.
exactly. They're both great. So, anything anyone else wants to do before you probably would just tuck in for the night? Get ready for defense.
Mega will get a bowl of that fish stew and he'll enjoy it and make sure and compliment the chef.
The tavern keeper appreciates it and said he'll pass the word on to the chef.
Yep.
Totally.
He goes upstairs, finds wherever his room is, and just collapses into sleep.
Okay.
Crealis coming back down sees the rabbit stew, the rabbit leg there, and blinks and looks around, looks up at Sfuguglio and says, "Oh, thank you."
I'm sorry, it's terrible. There's really nothing I can do about it.
She eats every bite.
Yeah, it's not actually terrible. You know he says it. which I know
it's
you know.
not.
I know
It's not.
you know. I'm just saying
Yeah.
for Krialis specifically,
Yeah.
it's not actually terrible.
Yeah.
You don't taste it.
For
being
everybody else,
terrible.
it's good food, and
Yeah.
even Spaguglio knows it's like decent food. But like
Right.
he came into this as like, I own a restaurant. Like I'm a big
Better than it.
deal. I'm a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
I'm like Gordon Ramsay if he owned a diner somewhere that nobody knew about and like wasn't a chef.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
If someone were to sit outside on the balcony of their room, can you see the stars?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's where Kiva's hanging out.
Okay, cool.
Just studying her star charts, looking up into the sky, seeing if there's anything potentially new that the stars have to say.
There doesn't seem to be anything new. Just kind of seems like normal distress in certain spots, and then like that you've seen before, and then just the normal sky and the rest. Yeah. So you guys all make your way to your bed. You go to sleep. Nothing happens while you're asleep. It's uneventful. No nightmares this time. No nothing. You guys all wake up, and you kind of look out your window. It looks like the sun is risen just a little bit. It's still early morning. You guys all gonna make your way downstairs slowly. Whoever arrives first notices that Greg is already up at a table giving out some more commands. There's a lot more people in armor and weapons at the tavern. He's kind of trying to use it, feel like he's using it as a staging ground almost to kind of send people out. And he sees which one of you would be the earliest riser.
Not Kiva.
Probably
She's going to be
probably
the
Mega.
very last one.
Mhm.
Alright.
She's not waking up until like 10.
Yeah. Mega comes down the stairs and he's like, thank you again for the fish. Do you want to go grab all the rest of your party and get us all ready? We got to get ready just in case. Because like we said, we
Absolutely.
don't actually know when it's going to happen today.
Yep, I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
How early are we talking? Are you like up at like 5 in the morning? Because like Spaguglio's not like a 4 or 5 in the morning riser, but he'd be up by like 8.
When would a shepherd be up? That's the question. What's your
Well,
normal?
Usually sunrise.
Okay.
So
So I wouldn't be up at.
probably 6:45ish or so.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not be up that early then. If you're coming to get us at 6:45, I am not awake.
It's probably
yet.
7:00 when they're coming.
No.
When he's coming to get
Kiva
everyone.
bars her door every night. No one's coming in.
Okay.
She
Okay.
knows that some of these people are crazy. And so no matter where she's at, if she's
Holy
alone
sun.
in a room, door's barred.
Got it.
Okay. So first door, we'll say it was Mega's. Second door, he'll just big fist. Boom, 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 boom.
2
Big
would
up.
have been Krialis, I think. 3 was Kiva, and then 4 would be Spaguglio.
Greg's ready. We'll go. Go ahead.
You hear a
You
little
just
a
hear
little
this
squawk on
pounding
the
on the
side,
door.
and the door opens, and you see Krialis is like in the process of fastening the new armor. Okay.
Excellent. Yeah. He'll go to Kiva's room. Boom, 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 boom. He's ready.
You
Listen.
see that, like, in her half sleep, like a cactus starts growing from the door.
To ward you away.
Okay.
Just this little prickly cactus starts like growing out from the door.
It's a response.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Right. Then up to Spaguglio's door. Same treatment. Bang, 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 bang.
Tell him if there's no coffee, there's no Spaguglio.
Actual coffee?
I mean, preferably.
Yeah, only fake coffee in this.
Only
campaign.
save coffee here. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, he-
Laxative coffee.
He said he
Safe is
definitely has coffee. He's making it right now.
Stop. Okay, let's go.
Amazing.
So, the three of you were together. The three of you make your way downstairs. Greg looks back up, sees the three of you, and is like, "Yeah, that's what I expected. Um, we'll probably see the Force at some point. That's fine. So let's go over where we're going to be setting up, what we're actually doing for a plan, how many people we have, and all that jazz. So he kind of lays out a map of Olenara, which is actually the map you see right there on the screen. It's
Oh
not
my
Oh my
god.
God,
colored or
magic.
anything because that wouldn't make
Yeah.
any sense. He just colors it in. So what we're gonna do, the way Olenara is defended is there are 2 points of entry. We were able to have a pretty decent fence built around it, a pretty decent, more of a wall. So we should be able to have 2 main points of entry. We don't know where they're going to be coming from first. What we want you guys to do is be in the town square, and then when the fight starts, we'll make sure to have, a scout on either end of town. It's a little bit far apart, so you want to be able to see it. We'll have him blow a horn and be like, he actually does that with his hand.
Nice.
Classy.
So that you know which side to go to first. We're gonna have you guys kind of run and defend. 'Cause like I said, you really can't do a false retreat out in these woods because A, we don't know exactly where they're coming from. B, it's just too tight quarters. We don't have a big staging ground, and we don't have a ton of people defending. So can't do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna do central defense. When you hear a horn, run over to it, defend the area, take out anything you see. And yeah, we were able to convince a couple other people to help because of the extra food we had. They they thanked us a lot and were like, yeah, we'll help you out. Gain a little bit of gratitude, I guess. Trying to
Good.
give back to the people, and they'll give back to you.
Ego will kind of side eye Spaguglio, and he'll say to Greg, "Yep, that's what good neighborly people do. They do the right thing."
Speaking of good neighborly, I'd love a cup of that good neighborly coffee.
Sure, he actually has a cup of coffee, an extra cup of coffee with
Damn
it,
it.
and he hands it to
Nice.
you. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gritted teeth.
Don't
Thank
don't
you.
worry. I didn't remember if Greg was there. Greg was there. Don't worry. It's not that kind of coffee. You should be okay.
He
Amazing.
drinks it fast. He's used to he's like an 80-year-old man who drinks it like straight out of the friggin' like
Takes the entire kettle.
his mouth cannot be burned by coffee.
Mouth is coated in asbestos.
Yep.
Yeah, asbestos and just blisters.
Oh,
Asbestos blisters.
As blisters. Yeah.
Us blisters.
He drinks his coffee. He's like, okay.
So, if we want to, we can really quickly try and short up a little bit of defenses, like I was talking about yesterday, around those 2 choke points today to start out. And then you get to do the worst part of it, and that's play the waiting game.
So you said there were 2 entrances.
It is the southeast
I see
and
on the map?
northwest. Yes.
Okay.
Beyond those 2 streets are walls that you can't see off of the map. That there are 2 essentially funnel points that they specifically left to kind of try and funnel things in.
Okay, so listen, Greg, my boy. Has the shadow ever come here before?
Yes.
Which way did he come last time?
From the northwest, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think like a dick. Why would he come from that way?
Because he felt like it.
Not helping.
You're trying to
I
make
have
a
a
point
plan.
here. Get to the point. Get to the plan. Let's go.
I have a plan,
Okay.
but the shopkeepers are assholes, so I can't set it up at both entrances. So I need to calculate the probability of where they're going to come from.
Potentially both at some point. Entrances, I'd
You're
imagine.
not helping.
Okay. What can I do to help you?
Is there an entrance we're going to be positioned at?
Help me.
You're going
help
to be in
you,
the
help
center,
me.
as I said, and going to whichever entrance you would hear the horn blow from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Would you like me to speak slower?
Not helping. he shows him the plan that he has written up.
Boom,
Wait a
oil.
minute. Wait a minute. Let's get this back up.
He
Boom.
shows you the plan that he has written up.
Okay. So you want us to trap one of the entrances?
Well, I mean, preferably the one that's going to get hit the hardest, but yeah.
If I knew which one would be hit the hardest, I'd definitely suggest one. I think we just go with whichever one you want.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, better question. Which one's going to cause the smaller forest fire?
That's a great question. This actually probably is a terrible plan now that I'm thinking about it. That's going to have fire, isn't it?
No, oh, sorry. No. It's, have you ever seen improv?
Does improv exist? I've seen some. Maybe.
So the number one rule of improv is yes and. Okay, when I say something, you say yes and.
No.
Not helping.
So
we're
from
gonna
this
go set up-
plan, I can tell that you're trying. You will use fire. This is not a good plan.
Boom is a figure of speech. Like,
Boom is a
Like
way
the-
of life.
there's plenty of things. There's boom stands. There's boom headshot. There's many of different types of boom.
But it says oil.
Yeah.
Oil means fire when
Slippery.
talking about traps. And
Slip-
boom.
slippery. It's a sonic boom with slippery.
No.
Is there anybody? Can I talk to your manager?
FaZe isn't here right now. So no, I am the manager.
So looking around, it looks like there's maybe some more foliage at the top entrance. Maybe we'll just go set this up at the bottom one.
I swear to God, if you burn this down to the ground.
I'll do my best.
Kiva probably is coming downstairs at this point.
Yeah.
Very, like, her normal stoic self, but especially grumpy today.
Drake is just like, he doesn't have
do you-
words at the moment.
Do you have a sassy walk? Are you like stomping? Like, I'm not probably facing you, but can I discern that you're grumpy?
Yeah, her brow is a little bit more furrowed than normal. And her nose like crinkles when she comes near people.
Too much grumpiness. Both of you two are not allowed
Hey,
to both
you know
be
what
grumpy.
time
Nah,
it is.
it's fine.
He
At this
turns-
point,
He turns
does
to
not
Kiva
work.
because someone's got to be on board with this plan, and he's like, "You look delightful today, and I'm sure that you're gonna. Good job."
She like glares down at you and just says, "Go eat some dirt, little man," and walks away. Just like sits
I
down at
did
Mary's
yesterday.
oh, okay.
All right. So,
So,
Nick has been inside long enough, and he's gonna go out and start figuring out who's where and what's going on, and he'll have his mace and his shield, and just walk around a bit, get the blood pumping before any attack comes.
I like to imagine it's a can of mace. It's not like
It's a
a
can of
mace. Nobody come near me.
Take
I'm
this. So as you're leaving, Pharrell walks into the inn. Gives a quick wave at Greg, waves at all you guys, and like, "Hey, good morning." Hope everyone's ready for some fun. I believe Greg's
Finally,
probably
someone who makes sense.
not a lot of people say that. I appreciate that comment. I don't think I make sense most of the time. Anyway, Greg's probably gone over the main plan. Me and a couple of the Wood Elves are going to be essentially out in the woods, picking them off and making sure to specifically also funnel them into these points as well. So we'll make sure that they are definitely going to these points.
Kiva
This
hears this
thing.
and she kind of like slowly, it's like kind of, it's creepy. Kiva in the morning is a little creepy. Gets like really close to Pharrell and like whispers in her ear and she says, "I'm joining you."
Do you know how to sneak? Can you stealthily move around?
She just like glares at Pharrell.
You will literally die in those woods if you can't move quickly.
Don't worry about me. I have a job to do.
Okay, sure. I
Which gate is she going to?
we're not going to a gate. We're out in the surrounding woods where there will potentially be a lot of things that we're
Yeah,
trying to
but
quickly move through.
What side is she funneling people towards?
I haven't decided which side I've gone to. Yeah, I'll probably go. I mean, I'll be moving back and forth. We can stick you around the southeast side, I guess.
Perfect. See, Greg, it's not that hard to be helpful. Service with a smile, Greg. Service with a smile. He like puts down his coffee cup, like just.
Greg
Bends
like
down.
just doesn't have words for anything that's happening at the moment.
Like, when did I lose so much control of the situation?
I don't think Greg ever thought he had control of the
You
situation. He
invited
just
a druid
tried
and
to
a
control it a
chef
little
to
bit.
be involved.
Okay.
Like, if you wanted normal people, you should have recruited just fighters.
Amazing.
I mean, I didn't want. I mean, Greg kind of looks like I didn't really want normal people.
Oh, Kiva didn't say that. I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
saying.
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
stuff
I
is
mean,
going
you're
off rails
Yeah.
because we're not normal people.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And Greg just kind of shake his head and go back to it. Pharrell kind of looks at him and is like, "Your funeral. I can't. If this is what you want to do, fine by me. We'll be meeting in the woods pretty soon. Just heading out by the southwest gate, southeast, cardinal direction. Gate. I'll start off there. I'm gonna be back and forth though between the two gates.
Kiva's gonna like turn to Crealis and kind of explain that we're gonna go with the Wood Elves. And that is how we will enact our plan. And kind of just like ask if she missed anything while she was asleep. Just like, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go with these Wood Elves, and we're going to enact our plan there. I hate to say this, but I did sleep during some of the explanation. Did I miss anything of importance, Crealis?
Her eyes kind of furrow a bit in thought as she thinks back to what was discussed. I think they were expecting us to be in the center of town and helping out where needed, but
Our plan is better. This is good. Thank you.
Crealis doesn't have to follow that if Crealis doesn't want to, by the way. That's really up
Yeah,
to
you don't
Crealis.
have to, but like if you're down, this is what Kiva's doing.
yeah,
Like
and
you
also
said yes already, but like Kiva's not gonna like force you to do anything.
Yeah.
She's not.
well, knowing
not
that you're
forced.
going and this is like a
I mean, actually,
stealth
stealth
thing,
solution that actually would work
like,
very well
yeah,
with Crealis.
in her mind she's like, yeah, I should go. So she's on board, but also like she's hopping from foot to foot a little more nervously than usual.
Kiva will kind of take her very giant Goliath hand and just kind of like place it on her shoulder every so often, just to kind of like gauge how Crealis is doing and give him a couple of like pats. Should
Every
Crealis
time you
be
do
good.
that, like Crealis kind of like settles down a bit, and then when you remove the hand, it kind of bubbles back up again. It's like letting off the steam. Yeah.
Okay. So, did you say that Krauss is coming with you out loud, or did you just kind of talk to Krauss a little bit? Because Pharrell would still
No,
be
we
in
are
the.
talking in private.
Okay.
We
Okay.
like Pharrell and me and Kiva and Crealis are the only ones who know that this is happening, essentially.
Okay.
So actually, after that, Crealis goes up to Greg and says, I'm pretty good at sneaking and keeping hidden. I would be happy to join the group in the southeast."
I mean, sure, it'll probably help even out your Goliath friend and maybe give her a little bit of a chance to live. I don't know why she's so suicidal, but
She, like, when he said,
Jesus Christ. Could choke you out right now.
"You know my dad, Greg."
This is way out of character. Way out of character. Kiva would not say that. But also like, Jesus, Greg.
she's
come
not
on.
happy at
I was
Greg
being
right
a
now.
little fake.
Greg's not happy at
no.
Kiva right now too, because he has this whole like, yeah. You would probably
Kiva is a druid and she's existed most of her life in isolation. She's
No.
not exactly a fan of authority.
not that it's understandable.
And this is where Spaguglio, not knowing any of this, is going to make Crealis the most uncomfortable she's ever been in this whole campaign.
Oh
And
god.
he's gonna look at her and he's gonna kind of wink and he's gonna be like, "Don't forget the plan. Me and you."
Oh,
Because
her eyes furrow in like concern.
now you're definitely abandoning someone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting.
This is great. It's fine.
This is fine.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll work if we don't do it exactly as written, but I have good feelings.
Okay.
Oh
I think
my
we're
God.
good. I just
So at
gotta
this-
quickly don't look at the outsides of the map.
At this point, Mega's gonna poke his head back inside the inn. And is like, "Are you guys coming? I don't want to be by myself out here."
Amazing. Oh,
Mega, I gotta show you something, Mega.
I'm gonna
You
die.
gotta take a look at this. It's very important.
Yeah, sorry, Cal. I hate to just,
No, that's
upend your
totally
whole
fine. I
shebang,
just
but,
didn't have monsters in the forest, and now we're gonna have monsters in the forest.
Now I do.
Oh, don't spoil
Simple and
it.
easy.
Spoilers.
So the
Spaguglio looks at Mega and he points to the exits a little bit forward. He's like, "You usually go in first, so I put you ahead of me and Crealis. And just don't go too far ahead because that says boom."
I think Mega would have heard the
Don't
discussion
go.
between you and Greg, so I guess Mega would probably know that you're doing
This-
something with
yeah.
boom. He wouldn't see the picture yet,
Yeah.
but yeah, you have an
I'm
idea
kind of
that there's a
pointing, you know,
boom
like
there.
this
Yeah.
says boom. So don't go to the boom zone, but like make it look convincing.
Did I add it? Oh, that's just it.
Aw.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you in letting me know.
Don't go to the boom zone. Okay. So, that's all this. We're gonna do combat all at the same time. I got this.
Oh, that drawing was where I was going.
Oh,
to
it's where the
place
boom is.
oil.
Sorry, you can put it again. You can
Well,
put
not
it
where the
again.
boom is, where the oil is gonna be.
Do you have an oil flask?
I bought multiple oil
Oh, okay,
flasks.
so you got many
Yeah, he-
oils.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
bought
like
many
last
oils.
session, that was like the big.
He bought a whole
story
bunch
arc.
of oil because he
That's
couldn't
right.
afford good.
'Cause he could-
I couldn't
yeah.
afford a good fire spell, so I bought
Yeah,
a whole bunch
yeah,
of oil.
I remember that. Yep. Okay, so you guys all make your way to your specific spots. Everyone's kind of going around town to wherever they're going to be defending the Crealis and Kiva. Go. I mean, the player select. You're going to be down here. for now. Is Mega and Squiglio going to be in the center after they're done with the oil, like the plan was, or are you guys just going to be kind of hanging out wherever?
Mega's gonna be in the center where
Okay.
he's supposed to be.
Okay,
That's where I'm going to be too. I just set the oil up because we're going to run there. It
Those
needed
are
advanced
friends.
setup.
which are here because you helped people out.
Oh my god, they're spooky friends. They're spooky
Yeah, they're-
shadow friends.
I don't know if you actually can double. You probably can't. They're town folk. They're just a generic icon that I. Yeah. Yep. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back with you, Mega. I had to set the oil up, which is why I needed to know where to go. But the plan is I'm gonna run in scrolls ablazing.
scroll some blazing.
I say it would be very out of character for Spaguglio to be anywhere in front of Mega when combat
Yeah, I guess you guys
starts.
would be actually like
Yeah.
here. It'd be more like a this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are in the town square waiting. Kiva and Krialis go down to the southeast where you find Pharrell and a group of wood elves. Pharrell's like, "Hello, I see. You know what? I'm gonna believe in you. Follow me." Kind of just starts heading out
Oh, goodness.
to the thing. So you guys are going to be off the map technically.
Guglio sheds a single tear.
I need both of you to make a stealth roll to start.
Yeah, I cast guidance on the both of us.
Okay.
You
have been guided.
Oh, I need.
Yeah, so guidance I think is 1d4 plus whatever.
It's 1d4 to your ability check, right?
Yeah, you can roll 1d4 and add that to the ability check.
Cool.
Oh my
It's a
goodness!
low roll for a rogue.
Yeah.
Imagine if I didn't have a +8.
Oh boy.
Oh, where is my?
Krialis is way too busy keeping an eye on.
You guys would like to take this time to roll another character? Go ahead.
Hey, I have a plan. I'm sticking with it. If I die knowing that I wasn't just standing
It's not
around in
actually
some
a
town
bugbear
square and I was
rolling.
out in the wilderness where I belong.
That's Pharrell's roll for a random. That just was hovering over a token.
Here, I thought she was an elf.
Hey, or I thought she wasn't. She turns into a bugbear.
A
Pretty
were
sus.
bugbear.
Okay. Really quick. So you guys all start heading out stealthily on your way. Krialis, you're used to moving kind of quietly. You're kind of up in the air, but you're not quite used to the tight spaces. And every once in a while you're bumping into a tree and making a little bit of rustling noise. Kiva, you are also not used to tight spaces. You're not like super loud, but you are doing the same kind of thing where it's not a ton of room to move. So you're kind of bumping into trees and making some rustling.
I got broad shoulders.
I'm
I'm not like a what elf? I'm a beefcake.
You guys make it out to about here, and kind of very quietly, you can see you lose sight of Pharrell from time to time, but she purposely looks like she's trying to make herself known. Like you'll see her walk into a bush and then like stick her hand out to be like this way, kind of thing. I don't think anyone knows. No one would know the sign language that these guys use. You see them use signs from time to time, but no one would know the specific sign dialect.
That's fair. That's some ranger shit. Yeah.
Yeah. You make it about to where you are. You're a little bit closer together. And Pharrell kind of points in the distance. And in the distance, you see a decent amount of humanoids. There's no good way to do this because my map doesn't go out far enough. I guess we're going to say you guys are actually back here to make the distance seem a little bit better.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
The grid lines are at
10
what
feet.
distance? Grid lines are 10 feet. Okay.
Yes, this one's a 10-foot map. Oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah, it is 10 feet. If you hit control and then drag, it'll kind of show
Oh,
you. that
okay.
it's 10 feet.
It is actually set up properly. Okay.
Yes, it is.
We don't have to do math. It's great.
Correct.
Ouch.
And you see, and so it's like a pretty good amount of humanoid or human figures wearing robes, kind of looking like they're part of a cult, and a group of bugbears, which I imagine everyone pretty much knows what bugbears are. You guys would know bugbears, except they look slightly different. Every time they move, they almost kind of have a shimmer around them. Like, you notice that they're moving a little bit faster than normal, and they just kind of have a little bit of a shimmer. That's what you can tell from them. Pharrell and the Rangers kind of peel off, and you can barely see, Coriolis, you can barely see that they have like a line of archers set up to kind of create a little bit of a funnel point, because there is a little bit of a clearing where you're seeing a mass group of people. They're about to fire. What are you guys going to do while you're out there? They don't seem to have noticed anyone yet.
Yeah, if there's not like a central iconic figure,
Correct.
then Kiva is just gonna kind of like coordinate with Crealis and just let her know that like her plan is to lay low until she sees who she wants. And so she's going to be like moving and hiding at various intervals until she finds who she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Pretending to be a very stealthy boulder.
Exactly.
Very stealthy
Exactly.
boulder.
Yes, I am boulder.
Joking. So the front line starts to get within range, and you just see from the woods like a hand signal, and just a series of arrows just out, striking a lot of them. The army kind of seems to, not the army. It's not as big of an army, but it's a good group of bad guys start kind of panicking a little bit and running towards the tree line where they would expect the arrows be coming from. At this point, you actually see the inner archers specifically firing and the outer ones no longer firing, kind of trying to draw their attention. You see a hand sign from actually just a random wood elf, and you hear tiny little bits of rustling in a line back towards specifically they're trying to make noise in a line backwards. And are you guys going to be moving with the line at all? Or are you just like
No,
staying?
we're doing our own thing.
Okay.
We're doing our own thing. So we're like moving around to try and find the person we're looking for. That's my plan. They're handling all of the elves are handling all of this, and I'm looking for our number one, our big bad.
Okay. So you guys are kind of moving around the elves. You're noticing the rustling patterns specifically as they're trying to draw the attention, and the army, the group, the villains are making their way into the forest. As you're kind of trying to position and move yourself around a little bit, you're making a little bit of rustling of your own, and you catch the attention of two bugbears that are kind of a little bit, because you're not trying to be in the line because you're looking to see where something else is. You're a little bit away. Two of them kind of split off from the pack and catch the attention of both of them, and they both kind of start to charge you. We're going to roll initiative when we also start the town, and we'll all do the first combat together.
Yikes.
Okay, so in the town square, to the southeast, you hear the townsfolk start to run, and you'll have, before combat starts, you'll have like one round of movement to get closer. I'm also going to unpause so you can move your own characters. So you get a dash action to make you in a decent spot with the early alarm system. And then we'll roll initiative.
I just rolled my initiative. Can I keep that number? It's pretty good.
Wait a minute.
No.
That's in the wrong order.
Yay!
Yay! We're gonna want these guys. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch something around real quick because I did the wrong combat order, but I can fix it. Okay, and I have to add these guys to encounter one. And out of the woods, as combat's starting, Skulu, you can move the whole 50 feet to start before we actually do the round. Because you got the horn of Gondor. I guess these would actually be a little bit closer.
Oh boy.
Or not. It's really up to you. You can stay back there. You have an okay line to the
I
oil.
can hit the oil from here technically.
Okay.
But I don't have a lot of movement.
That is
I've
true.
only got 20. I've only got 25
You're-
movement.
Your little gnome. Your little legs.
So
Tiny feet.
I can only move 1 square, 2 squares.
You move 2
So I'll
squares
move
at a
my
time.
2. Wait. How much movement did you say I get?
I let you guys do a dash action because the alarm went off. Everything was proper.
I will move to here. Who's that in my oil?
There are a group of the cultists kind of
bad guys.
bad guys.
Bad guys. Okay.
And it actually-
that's all I need.
Top of the round is Spaguglio.
Okay. Specifically, can Kiva see the entrance from where she is, or are they way in the sticks?
They're pretty good in the
We're-
distance.
Yeah.
There's not like
I think-
there's not quite enough around to kind of grab you guys.
Are
They give
you-
you guys a good.
You trying to get her
Visual.
attention for some reason? Are you trying to like be braggadocious at all?
Well, I mean, the whole reason he's doing the big boom is to be like, I'm better magic. Ha
Oh yeah, that's
So he-
what
so-
it is.
So
It
he's
depends on the
he's
size
ho-
of the boom.
You
But
know,
yeah,
he's
I mean,
hoping
maybe
he's hoping for big boom and
I mean, if you like
big
the forest
impress.
ablaze, she'll definitely be able to see that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Well,
great.
I'm sure
And she'll be
very
really impressed with you
Yeah,
too.
the druid will be
like,
impressed by
forest
you
on
lighting
fire.
a forest and burning it down.
Yeah, she'll really appreciate you then.
Well, I mean, he didn't think that far ahead. He just thought big boom, big impress. Mad
Cool,
respect.
right.
So I am gonna start the top of the round with a
You-
firebolt.
On the oil.
Yeah,
Okay. Roll.
it's a
an attack.
ranged spell attack, so I don't know how that works when it's a scroll.
You roll in with the scroll. It would be your. I'm pretty sure it'd be your modifier because firebolt. Could
is
you
it-
learn firebolt?
I don't know if I could. I didn't. I have it on a scroll.
Isn't there a rule with the scrolls where you have to be able to actually cast the spell anyway? I think you can cast. You have to have
Firebolt
the
should
ability to
be.
cast the magic.
I thought the point of the scroll was you definitely didn't need to know how to use it.
Well, not that it needs to be your cantrip, but like you could.
No,
It's
no.
somewhere in your spell list.
Like, I thought with the scroll I could legit just learn a druid, or not learn, but cast a druid spell once because they're consumable, right? I can't use it forever. I got one cast, hit or miss.
Spell scroll bears the words of a single spell or in a mystical cipher. The spell is on your class's spell list. You can read the scroll and cast its spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible.
Oh shit! I don't know if I can cast firebolt then.
It's sorcerer and wizard only.
Ah,
Dang it!
I didn't even
And
think
if it
about
has
that.
components,
Okay,
you gotta
okay.
have them
Okay, hold
components.
on,
That's true.
hold on. There's another way around this.
But there are other cantrips that light
Yeah,
fire.
like I
I-
will gladly walk it back and say you got a fire cantrip that a warlock can use if there's one because we didn't think
So-
about that at the time. I'm totally cool with that.
I have Scorching Ray.
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell though.
Is there a cantrip that
it?
lights
No.
fire? Yeah, Scorching Ray is.
I think create bonfire might be a cantrip.
It is.
Because I also have my amulet too.
So prestidigitation is on the warlock spell list, and you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. So if you have like a torch right next to the oil,
Yeah.
you can use prestidigitation
Fuse of some sort.
to light it.
Because it was a
Okay.
trap you set up. We can say that you used it's a scroll of prestidigitation and you prestidigitation the torch that's right by it.
Sure, I don't care how the boom happens.
The boom happens.
There's a way to do it.
There's no roll on that too. That just happens.
Mhm.
Okay,
Even better.
So I need
that would be my
you-
action though. That would be my action.
Oh yeah.
So we will go with that. And the scroll is consumable, right? Like I can't just keep doing that forever. It's consumable, correct?
Yeah, it's consumed.
Okay, perfect. Because this was only supposed to be a one-time thing. Because if he ever gets asked to follow up on it, it's just not going to happen. Because
Prestidigitation, spell scroll. What would be a good DC for a fire lighting on the ground for a dex save? Because there is no attack or no DC.
I mean, it's an inanimate object, so probably just 10.
Okay,
As it is
10's
with
the
other
save.
inanimate objects. Yeah.
Okay, so that one succeeds. That one succeeds. That one succeeds. That one definitely succeeds, but it would be half damage, which for oil would. I'll give you a 4d6. We'll do half a
Yes!
fireball because it's a big enough boom. I'll give you a 4d6.
It was a lot of oil.
Yeah.
It was my entire life savings. That oil.
It's gonna burn pretty fast. This
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
like
no,
a
definitely.
concentration spell. It's just gonna just like.
It's like, boom. What you got for your 4d6?
Oh, right. I
Yeah,
can
you
roll
gotta,
those.
you gotta roll. It's your damage.
Ah. Fine, I'll just throw that dice away for good. That's somewhere under the desk, never to be seen again.
Never.
Didn't want that one anyways.
Eight.
8 damage. Okay, so that's 4 for everyone.
You rolled 4d6, right?
That's a.
Oh.
You really rolled an 8?
Yeah,
So
2, 2, 3, 1.
Damn. The boom looks more impressive than the damage that it deals.
That's all
Looks
he cares
interesting.
about. That is all he cares about.
And get a d20 real quick. The fire does seem to be relatively contained in the oil. You don't seem to see it whisking away too much at the branches around it. It's still
He's a
lit,
precision striker.
but it was a little bit on. It was definitely precise-ish. Okay, Crealis, your turn.
These bugbears seem to be homing in on.
Both of you. Both of them seem to have noticed you, and they're charging you with their weapon, John, doing their bugbear, and they are moving much faster than you'd expect.
I'm up in the trees.
Correct. I guess they're rushing at the noise they heard you make as you were like rustling around. They're
Have
going
they
towards the spot that you
seen me?
exist. Yeah.
Or could I make? Could I use the hide action to try like if they
You're
only heard
definitely
me,
in
but
a
didn't see me?
you're definitely in enough dense forest area where you could hide again or try and
Okay,
hide
then I'm
again.
gonna use my minor action to hide.
Okay.
Is guidance just a one-off, or is it lasts for?
No, guidance is a one-off thing,
Okay,
and it's only for ability checks.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were closer, she could have
Oh my
cast it again, but it's just for that initial stuff.
Some
So that's an 11 on stealth.
Okay. You you attempt to hide again, but you're a little bit frightened by the fact that these two like faster, weirder looking bugbears are like charging you, so you still are rustling around a little bit too much while you're trying to blend into the
Fantastic.
trees.
Or you heard a loud boom.
That too. You did hear
I'm
that.
gonna kind of flutter a little higher up,
Okay.
within clear sight of Kiva, and I'd like to ready an attack with my short bow as soon as one of them steps next to her.
Okay. That works. So that's that. Next combat is this guy over here who is going to be charging in your direction, but you're fluttered up already. He's not gonna he doesn't have any climbing speed. So he would just go right for the ground target.
Okay.
So you do your shot.
Oh my gosh.
That does not hit.
I'm doing great tonight.
Your bow just
Yeah,
kind
these
of
You're rolling
rolls are
really
real-
well.
Real good.
I think I've got a 4, a 3, and a 2.
Yeah.
Oh no, my
Yeah.
initiative was high.
Your initiative was high. As it's running at Kiva, as it just steps in for the strike, you shoot a bow, and almost inhumanly, it almost like odd burst of speed just dodges out of the way and then goes back in. And it's going to make an attack
Girls
with
are
its
getting nervous.
Morning Star.
She's still rattled from taking a dagger to the back.
Wouldn't be.
That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
And
I am letting you know I'm gonna use, what is it? My Stone's Endurance. So whatever,
okay, so 9
so
damage is
I'll-
what it is. So you would take off.
9
It's-
damage is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think I have to roll to see how much damage I can take off.
I think a D12.
The D12, yeah. So it's
plus
there's D12.
con.
Yeah, 1d12 plus 1. Yeah, 1d12 plus 1.
Slash.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
slash.
Is
do
that
I have
slash
to
and then
do
yeah,
slash
yeah, it's
bar?
slash.
Okay.
Correct.
I always forget about that.
Two.
That's trash.
So it's
All right,
7
hey,
piercing
so-
damage.
Lord. Okay.
Okay. So kind of goes in, it smashes. You shrug off a little bit of the damage, but the majority of the strike still hits you on your side. Next is Mega. The oil just kind of boomed right in front of you as the torch got lit on fire by the oil, and you heard a boom. The 3 gentlemen in masks look like they're reasonably hurt. The guy in front without the mask is still doing pretty good.
All right. So Mega's going to rage. He is going to
He's got the thing.
run 20 feet straight line and make his charge attack against the guy without the mask.
Okay.
I think I have
roll
to.
initiative for these guys. They'll just go after Mega if they haven't. Yeah. The deer, which are actually townsfolk.
Do we know what kind of warriors they are? Like what kind of weapons they have out, for example?
As far as your townsfolk go,
Yeah. Are they backline support or are they running in with swords?
they're running in with swords.
Okay.
7 does not hit.
Yeah.
So you kind of run in with your charge, you say your line, and it moves out of the way of your charge, and just kind of, you end up right in front of it, and then dodges it.
Okay.
So ends the tale of all of us.
Of everyone, it's first combat. No one rolls well on first combat. I'm gonna keep telling
Baguglio
myself
did
that.
just fine.
Okay, so which one is the top one? This is the top one. It's gonna move. It's gonna use its dash action because it only has 30 feet of movement. It's gonna go over here. It's gonna stand right by that cultist, the unmasked guy. Next is the next bugbear, who's going to go to do the same thing. I'm gonna make an attack against Kiva. No,
Rude.
this one. This attack. It's a 16 to hit.
6. I think it should have. Let me double check. I think I only have DC 14. Oh, 12.
Okay, that definitely hits.
I'm squishier than I thought.
For 13 piercing damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
What?
It's like what the DM said
Yep.
came true
I
or
only have
something.
20 hit points.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
Oh.
2 is a lot.
I had a plan. I'm gonna do my plan.
Okay.
I don't, like I said, I don't care if I die.
That's fine. So the
If I
bugbear
die,
just
I was honored.
comes charging at you with its crazy speed, and just smacks you right over the head, and you fall on the ground unconscious. Next is another townfolk.
Any other reactions?
Townfolk.
That damn Stone's
He's
endurance was supposed to
also
save my
going
ass.
to use his dash action and be right there. Keith, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Hey, yep. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good. That is
Oh,
2
no.
fails.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh,
So next is the
I don't know why. Literally everybody's rolls are just
everyone's rolling like crap.
garbage.
It's true. It's kind of
You know what? I'm going to change up my dice while it's not my turn.
yeah, because it wasn't even
let me
like
do
you
the
rolled
same.
your normal dice. You guys want to roll outside the program? If you have dice, feel free to do it.
That's what
Um,
I've been doing.
I'm
I'm-
right here. I'm a little. They're not.
I
right
knew these
here.
dice had blood on them. I just didn't know it was Kiva's.
Okay, so the cultist in front, the unmasked cultist
I
goes
respect
next
you guys. I do, but also.
in front of. Oh wait a minute, is that an action? That's a bonus action. That's great. So
Oh, good.
in front of Mega is going to reach out his hand and going to cast Inflict Wounds. It is an 11, which is not going to hit, right?
Correct.
Something's
It does
actually
not hit.
I'm missing for once. So he reaches out his hand, tries to cast Inflicts Wounds on you. You kind of see necromantic energy go around his hand, and you just kind of move out of the way.
Oh, heck no.
That's not happening. And as its bonus action, I need to remember he's going to summon a spiritual weapon, which is going to be how much feet is this? 5 feet. Need to make sure I can actually cast it back here. Within range that lasts 60 feet. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, that works. He's going to summon a spiritual weapon by Spaguglio, and that'll make an attack against him.
What?
Choose. As
No.
a crude cultist's dagger spawns in front of you, or appears in front of you and tries to stab you. Make a melee weapon attack against a creature. So that's just going to be his dagger attack.
That's a hit.
13. Okay. Does the spiritual weapon have a damage to it, or is it just the melee? 1d8 plus
0.
for 5 force damage. As the dagger appears in front of you and just stabs you right in the shoulder. Next is the cultist in the back, who's going to shimmy around and make an attack against the townsfolk with its scimitar. That is going to miss. I'm missing the townsfolk.
Yay.
Okay, so that's that one. The next cultist is over here. Is going to make attack against Mega.
Mhm.
I'm just going to use the same scimitar because it's what it does. For a 15. Does a 15 hit?
I'm sorry, was that against me?
Yeah, that was against you.
Oh, no.
Okay. You just parry this blade off with your mace. And
With my shield.
With your
With my
shield.
brand
That's
new
right, you have your
shield.
Got a brand new shield.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least is the last townsfolk, which is going to move into range.
It
'Cause that's
worked.
all they
It's
can
worth
do
the
is-
money.
It's worth it. Actually, no, he can go here and actually attack the cult. Dude, it's going to say bite, but it's not actually a bite. They're not rabid or anything, I swear.
Cannibal cultists.
That'll hit for
Ooh,
3 damage.
half that.
Mm,
Oh
a
wait,
deer
no
bite.
wait. That. Oh no, that was to the deer person. Wait.
No, the deer bit. Sorry,
Oh,
the
the deer
townsfolk
bit.
Okay,
used
good,
its
good,
sword
good.
against the cultist.
A deer chomp.
It's a
Okay.
deer chomp.
Go deer people. I was reading my character sheet, realizing what huge mistake I've made.
Okay, and last is the cultist back here, who's going to make an attack against this townsfolk. And it's gonna miss. Okay,
It must be
cool.
like driving rain or something.
Yeah. Anyway, Spaguglio.
Okay, this is the sad part.
You know what I'm gonna say also is the cultists that are standing in the fire are gonna take a d6 of damage if you would like to roll it at the start of your
Oh.
turn, because it's still fire on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just like standing in fire. That's
They
chill.
don't look they don't look perturbed by it. They're just like
You don't look.
they're just going.
That's 4.
Nice.
Now I get to make an interesting decision. Do I create my packed weapon or do I give myself some mage armor? And no matter which one I do, I can't attack this turn because they both take an action. Let's go with. I mean, I guess technically I could still have a dagger in my hand as a regular weapon. So
Good.
we'll go with mage armor. I'm going to cast that on myself to give myself 13 plus dex AC instead
Nice.
of 12. And I'm going to is the weapon considered a creature if I walk by it? Am I going to take opportunity attacks or
It's a great question. Spiritual weapon.
I'm wondering if I need to try to beat down on the weapon or if I can walk away without taking opportunity.
It wouldn't, because the weapon doesn't have a reaction. The only move the weapon has is a bonus action of the cult fanatic. So you should be fine. Well, I mean, you wouldn't know, but
Yeah. Okay, because what he wants to
you can always try.
Maybe he can't even do that.
Always try.
He can't get anywhere useful anyway. I mean, he could get there. He'll go there because he can,
Okay.
and then he'll just hit that sword behind him because
Sure.
he can't do anything else. That is that plus dex because that is finesse. My
It's a
dex
dagger.
is 1, so that's 14.
That's not actually a typical flying sword. So, yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay. That is 3 damage.
Okay. You attack the
He's never
sword,
dead.
and there is a small chip taken out of it. The dagger.
To be fair, daggers only hit for a d4, so that was a pretty high roll.
That was actually pretty high roll.
True. But also, I'm like, it's just
Okay.
a sad day of combat.
Crealis.
I've been thinking.
You have no obligation to save me, by the
And
way.
ow.
Like 0.
So, I don't know
So
if
here's
it's
here-
more of a house rule or not, but healing potions are allowed to be used on someone else as a full action
Yep.
normally. Okay. Or
yeah,
you
no,
can
so here's
do
the
whatever.
plan.
Yeah.
Crealis sees this go down.
Uh-huh.
In fact, sees Kiva go down.
Yeah.
But also there are 2 large creatures who just downed.
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So she's going to flutter over to the tree that, like, right above where Kiva is, and try to use her bonus to hide there,
Okay.
and then is going to ready a healing potion. Like, she's going to ready for as soon as ready her action, that as soon as the bugbears start to go elsewhere and search or join the main group, she's going to just let herself drop and feed the potion to Kiva.
Okay, so first roll stealth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's the first part.
the first part.
Oh dear.
Okay. I mean, into the bugbear.
I mean, she doesn't know whether she's hidden or not, but she goes
Correct.
and does this.
She does that anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are such garbage rolls. You haven't rolled higher than a 13 all night.
It's true.
Fine. It's fine.
Okay. So
Is
you do
Foundry
your thing.
broken?
There's a little bit of rustling, but it's you feel pretty silent. You don't feel like you feel mediocre. You know, you haven't done, not your best stealth sneakiness, not your worst sneakiness. Next is the bugbear's turn, and he's going to go off to go find. He's not actually here at the edge. I'm actually, as they're leaving, I'm gonna just move them up top quite a ways. Pretend that they're way up there because they go through the trees. They have enough movement that they go through the trees, and you wouldn't be able to see them anymore. You would hear them rustling, but you wouldn't be able to see them. Next is town folk. Which one are you? The one above the cult without the mask, the cult dude. He's gonna make an attack with his bite, which isn't a bite, it's a sword. He's taking his sword out. 17, he hits. At least my guys can hit sometimes. For 3 damage. Okay. Rude. Okay, Mega. Your turn.
All right. Going to use his mace on the unmasked cultist in front of him.
Okay. That'll hit.
Dean, excellent. And then there's plus 2 more because he's raged to that.
Okay, so that's 7 damage. You bring your mace up and just slam it into the side of the cultist. He's definitely looking hurt at this point.
In your face.
In your words. Okay. Next is a bugbear. I guess Kraus is technically above Kiva, but I don't want to cover up the token. Next is the next bugbear who's going to go charging off back to the north.
I drop.
You drop and you gain your potion.
How far do I drop? Because I am just dropping. Like, I can't, like...
You probably
save
drop like
myself.
10, 15 feet.
You have wings. You could maybe do a little flip flap on your way down.
DM discretion.
I mean, it's 15 feet, but you have wings. You're gonna like, unless you want to do like a tuck your wings in and dive the 15 feet, then you might take a little bit of damage. But if you let your wings go out a little bit, you can hover.
Like, she is trying to get down there as quickly as possible.
Okay. I mean, what is it? 10 feet is a
D6.
1d6?
D6, yeah.
It'd be a d6.
Well, it should be a 6.
I got it.
10.
Okay. Let's roll.
Brave of you, did
5
right?
bludgeoning damage.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
5 is a multiple of 10.
As you tuck your wings in and fly as quick as you can, it's a little bit farther to the ground than you thought, and you don't sprain your ankle or anything, but you do get a little bit hurt. And you roll your
7 healing on Kiva, so you're at
Okay.
7 hit points.
Okay, cool. How do I get? Okay, I can just mix those back down to 0. Okay, perfect. Kiva, as you like put the potion down her gullet, she kind of like startles awake, and kind of like grabs you by the shoulder and says, "We've got to go." And she is back on the move. She's got a mission, and
Okay.
she's gonna be stealthy about it.
Okay. So
If it kills her again.
Hopefully stealthier than last time.
next
Like I
is
said, if I die with honor.
this townsfolk that is going to slash with his sword.
Freaking Drago from Rocky 4. If I die,
And
I die.
and miss.
Gosh.
So he goes in for a slash, and the very weak cultist, the masked one that's right in front of him, just barely kind of shuffles out of the way. Next is Kiva.
Cool. I actually get to do stuff this round.
You don't just get knocked unconscious. Yeah.
Okay. So Oh dear. Sorry, I'm having issues with everything. Apparently, my computer just decided to freeze up.
Just side note.
It's great. So can you tell me, since I can't see the map,
Sure.
so the bugbears have kind of scampered off.
Yeah.
If I am probably on the ground, so I'll use half my movement to get up.
Yeah.
And then, oh look, there we go. Kind of. The bugbears and like the rangers, everybody has kind of like moved through us, like, they did their damage and now they're gone.
Yeah, while the bugbears were you didn't hear any more rustling in the trees around you from the rangers. By the time the bugbears had noticed you, the rangers had already gone like past. So you are
Right.
essentially by yourself as far as you can tell. You don't know if there's anything lurking in the trees.
Okay. I'm trying to click on stuff and it's not working. So give me 2 seconds.
No, that's fine.
Just because I'm not sure if I'll be able to roll in Foundry, but I can
That's fine.
just roll on Google. I want to just use my movement and a dash. I've already told Crealis that I'm gonna be I'm still doing my plan. She's still very much like, she knows that whoever's doing this can't be too far away. So she's gonna half her movement to get up, which is 15 feet, and then it's okay. Sorry, there's a crying dog next to me. She's just a little sad. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna use her movement to just head further into the woods, and she wants to do, if it's possible, if I could do like a perception check and like a stealth check, just to see what she can see, like
You can
15 feet away.
Do
from.
wonder. So you have to roll stealth, and the perception to actually try and specifically look around would be another action. So you can do one or the other.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do. A stealth
Okay.
first. She's just gonna kind of like dip into the woods. Oh my God! Yes, I should use Google all the time.
What'd you roll?
I got a not natural 20.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
You
I rolled a
slip right into the woods, not making a single sound. And okay. So that's where you are, stealthily waiting in the woods.
So okay. So I didn't do a dash. I just did
Right.
my movement. And so the stealth was just to make my movement quiet.
Correct.
That was my action.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
So that's it. I can't do anymore.
Correct.
I don't think I have any
Got
of
up and
those.
you
Okay. I'm done.
told Crealis we're still doing the thing, and then you
Just
hid in the
booked it.
woods. Just into the tree.
Girls are. She has a mission.
Okay.
Got no chill. What you
You got
got?
no chill. Okay. Cultist fanatic. The guy without a mask. It's his turn. He's gonna try and do the thing he did again the last turn to Mega. As necrotic energy surges around his hand. That is a 22 to hit
Ooh, that hits.
for 16 necrotic damage. As he reaches out his hand, the necrotic energy kind of swirls around it, and as he touches you, you just like feel your shoulder kind of wither, and just pain just starts to seep up through it. And as bonus action, his dagger is going to attack.
Congratulations, you
Corbin,
now have
yeah.
arthritis in your shoulder.
You now have shoulder
Yeah.
arthritis.
It's chronic.
That's my sheep shearing shoulder.
No.
That's only a 7.
That's not a
The
hit.
special dagger only rolled a 7.
Special my ass.
It's spectral, not special.
I said special.
Okay, next is put this down here. He's gonna make an attack against the dude. I quickly get these rolls for where they attack each other over. It's not going to hit.
dude.
The cultist over here is going to attack the one that's going for the townsfolk that's going for it. Another scimitar strike. That one's going to hit and deal 5 damage. Wait a minute. No, it's fine. Oh, I see what happened. I reset the hit points by accident. There we go. He's not dead. He's actually looking still okay. So the cultist that's below the masked cultist below the unmasked one made an attack against townsfolk that was attacking it. He hit him. He's still doing okay, though. Next is the townsfolk in this corner who's going to make a attack against the unmasked cultist. That is going to hit
Yay.
for 2 damage. And last is the cultist is going to attack the townsfolk. That's going to hit for 5 damage. Both of them hit for 5. So 2 townsfolk are looking a little bit hurt. And all of the cultists are looking rather hurt at this point. All of them. So, top of the round, Spaguglio.
Are they still in the fire?
Oh, that's right. Roll your the one below just kind of burns to death.
6.
And
Finally.
he, as the cultist, the masked cultist, that this one that goes away, he is actually cackling while he's burning in fire.
Of course.
This one takes
Brutal.
another 5 and is that, what did you say, 6 damage actually?
6, yeah.
Okay. He's looking very hurt as he just kind of stays and stares down Mega. Now it's Spaguglio's turn.
How does did you say the unmasked dude looks not so well?
Yes, he
Or
looks
was that
not
an-
so well.
okay.
He looks very hurt. So it goes top cultist is looking okay. Bottom cultist. So the 2 masked guys are looking okay, but kind of hurt.
Mm.
The unmasked guy is looking very hurt at this point.
Okay. Let's see. What can I maybe do here? I have an idea. Where is okay.
Where is? It's a great question.
I'm going to use my amulet to cast Eldritch Blast at the
What?
unmasked dude.
Okay, so roll your DC 10. Is it DC 10 wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay, roll your wisdom.
No. No.
You lift up your amulet and try and cast from it and remember the Eldritch Blast incantation, and the words just can't come to the front of your mind, and you just sit there for your turn holding it and trying to cast from it. Nothing really happens.
Hmm.
Like
And I
trying
don't
to
think
get
I
the ketchup out of the bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty
essentially.
much. I'm kind of like, but nothing's going on there.
No Eldritch Blast.
I don't have anything interesting to do with.
I don't think you have
Ooh,
anything for
ooh.
bonus, do you? Or do you?
I don't think so because I think, yeah, no, I don't have anything. You're good.
Okay. Crealis.
I'm gonna follow. I'm going to try to go a little bit ahead of Kiva, and
That'll be no problem.
like keep her in sight.
Okay.
Stay up in the trees.
So we'll say
I'm
you're
going to
like
try to stay hidden.
here-ish. Ish.
Since I can do that
Yeah.
as a bonus, and then but also like I'd like to keep an eye out for whoever this is because the sooner we find them, the sooner we're out of here.
Sure. So roll perception.
Okay.
21.
I like it.
On the as a little outcrop of things that you can see in the forest, you do see some more bugbears and cultists kind of charging. And in the very back, you see a cloaked, short, dwarvish-like figure just kind of slowly making his way forward, casually strolling. He's got a hand in one of his pockets, just like.
Does this look like one of the 3 that like 1, 2, or 3?
The cloak looks familiar because that was actually the only thing you saw of the very first of number 1's face. I think was just the cloak. Oh, no, you would have Yeah, the cloak does look familiar because the very first vision he had a cloak over his face.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's. I guess that's what I do.
Okay. Do you want to? I mean, you can roll bonus action hide. Do you roll stealth?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's better.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cool. You are both.
I like these numbers.
Both
We're on the
hidden.
upswing.
You both feel quiet. Okay, so you,
Whew.
even though you're not dead, you're not over here anymore. So I'm going to delete you so you don't make up the tracker. Okay, next is top townsfolk. Gonna go for a last slash or an attempt to kill off this unmasked guy. That's not gonna hit. Mega, your turn.
All right. Clearly, Mega has got to do all the work himself.
Clear.
Work.
Work.
The fire did nothing.
That hits.
Yeah. Work. 11.
So you kind of pull your mace around and just smash it again right into his head, and he just falls over dead on the ground. The spiritual weapon also goes away.
Into the fire.
Into the fire. He doesn't get a chance to cackle or anything because he just is. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Next is Townfolk over here. Is going to make his bite attack. It's going to hit for 4 damage. He's going to slash this cultist. Dead. Was inspired by Mega just bashing in the head of the other guy. He just stabs this cultist right through the heart.
Hey, you didn't know that barbarians could give out inspiration, did you?
Right? He never did. Okay, Kiva, it is your turn. You haven't seen
Okay.
this yet? Krios is
Yeah,
the only
I
one
haven't
that's
had
seen
a
the
chance.
figure. Yeah.
Fill you in.
Kiva hasn't. I mean, Krialis hasn't filled me in.
No,
I
she
don't
hasn't
know that I've
had
had a chance to.
You haven't quite had a chance. I guess you could have like pointed. That would have been the end of your turn, as you could point in that direction. So you would have seen Krios if you wanted to.
Oh
Kinda be
yeah,
like-
absolutely. Like, if there
yeah.
were a way to communicate it to
Yeah.
Kiva, absolutely would want to. Yes.
Yeah. So you kind
Okay.
of pointed Alf in the with your. board.
So how? I think we'll just do. I'll just go my full movement, which is 30 feet,
Okay.
and hide.
Okay. So
Is
you're
he-
still
is he
within
that
the.
close?
He's probably, let's say he's over, it's like 60 feet away. Yeah, he'd be like 60 feet away. You can
Yeah,
still
yeah.
move
I was
along
like,
the tree line
oh,
and
he's
do a
not
hide
that
action.
close.
Yeah. So you can move up
Okay.
to like 30 feet, like there.
Okay.
And then you would.
Do I dare? I don't know. I don't trust Foundry. I'm gonna roll and go.
That's fine. Yeah. And
Ah,
roll
shit.
stealth.
That's a 3.
Okay. And at the end of your turn, you kind of notice the figure stop in its tracks from moving forward. Just kind of cocks its head a little bit to the side. That's
Wait,
the
I
end-
don't. When I get that close, do I see him?
The cloak is pulled over his face a pretty good amount, so you can't like see the features.
Okay. But like
But
I
you do
can
see
tell
him.
that there
You
is
did
a
as you were
person.
going in that direction. You did see the actual outline of the cloaked figure. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And as you
Let's
were
go
trying to
down.
hide along the tree line, you stepped on a branch and you just see the figure, hand still in his pocket, just kind of look over in your direction and stop walking.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And that's the end of that turn.
That is
Okay.
that.
This guy is gonna go beat up this guy. They're gonna duke it out. That's a there, and that's a he was already pretty much dead anyway, so he's dead. And at this moment, you hear from the other side of town the horn from the northwest. And we're top of the round. Spoolio.
Okay. Spaguglio is going to cast Pact Weapon to get his rapier.
Okay. He now has a rapier.
Is there anything for me to interact with or see at the moment? I heard a
Um,
horn.
You heard a horn in
I
the
could-
northwest. That's pretty much.
Okay. Spaguglio is going to ensure that everybody heard the horn and it wasn't just him, and he's going to say, "To the north!"
Okay, cool. And then start
And
booking it.
he's going to go 10, 20. He's going to take a dash.
You summon your pack weapon. Is that a bonus action?
Oh, shit. No, it's not.
You're
He
there.
goes 20 feet.
Nice. Oh, the gnome.
That's all I can do.
Gnomish life. Okay. Next is Crealis. You do hear the horn very faintly in the distance, but you also do notice the figure in front of you stop and look towards where you heard the tree branch that Kiva stepped on. Break.
So, is just to clarify, Kiva's
Sure.
plan is to shank this dude in the back.
Her plan is to just like mess him up however she can.
Okay.
So her goal was to just find the guy and then just like ruffle some feathers, because she might not be able to like actually kill him, but like she's gonna do the best she can.
Okay.
Because if this guy's got like concentration on anything, she wants to bust it up.
Let's see, how far is Crealis?
$60 feet.
Crealis is going to actually right where she is. Going to try to make so is going to stop where she is out of sight, or theoretically
mind.
not seen, and she's going to fire
I
off
think you're already hidden, so I think you're good.
and then immediately like flit to a nearby tree and try to hide there.
Sure.
So, would this be with advantage?
Yeah, he has no clue you're here. It would actually be like you'd have sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Oh my gosh, that's
Surprise.
way too high up. Okay. Turbo attack advantage 25.
That hits. That definitely
Oh,
hits.
that's so close to a crit.
So close.
And that's level 3 is still just 1d6, isn't it?
But it's with sneak attack, so.
No, I'm just like the actual damage on sneak attack I
Mm.
think is still just. Oh no, we're 2d6. Haha.
Haha, yeah, you're 3.
Let's do d6. 12 damage.
I like it.
You
And
just
then- yeah.
shoot off a bow, thunk into a side, and then roll stealth for sneak. And 17 again.
When do we find out he's just from a neighboring village out for a
He
walk?
just casually walking forward.
Yeah, just ominously hanging out with the bad guy.
Or maybe he's the town's fire department coming back to put out the fire.
Well, he's going down.
Oh, there's your problem, right? Oof.
He takes the shot in the shoulder, kind of looks in your direction. You're not there anymore, but he looks as to where you were and where you also heard the branch, kind of splitting his focus a little bit, and he just kind of chuckles to himself. You kind of hear it like,
I'm gonna mess him up so bad. I want to ruin his day.
okay.
This is fine.
I need to put you in combat
Din,
and
this is
roll.
great.
What was your
We're
initiative?
doing just peachy din.
I never rolled its initiative, so we're good. Oh, great! It's gonna go right after Kiva. So the townsfolk are going to use their dash action, which is 60 feet. They're going to be kind of making their way up and around this side. This one's going to go in this
They're
direction.
taking the scenic route.
The one up top, he can't like go through the river. It's a 10-foot wide. It's more like a 5-foot wide river. He's not just gonna go run along the river trying to like run on top of it. He can't walk on the water. He doesn't have water walking. That's just what they're gonna move when it becomes their turn. I'll just move them all for now. Mega, it's you.
Trying to figure out a way that I can take damage this turn.
Oh, I stubbed my toe.
Yeah, just like face plant as you're running.
Float yourself across space.
take out a dagger and
It's like the most barbarian thing possible. As you're running, just punch yourself across the face. It's like,
Gotta stay pumped.
actually no, seriously, it's
I'll
like
allow it.
slapping yourself in
Yeah,
the
if
face.
you want, you can do a D4 damage to yourself and be like, bam.
All right, I will do that.
Yes. Nothing like a little self-harm.
All
Trying to
right.
stay ranged. Bam.
Crit fail the attack roll, misses.
He's gonna hit himself. It is against himself. I'm gonna say it's an automatic hit.
It's kind of awkward.
So yeah, roll your D4 to see how much damage you end up taking, and then have it because it's bludgeoning.
Do barbarians have proficiency with unarmed attacks?
I don't think they do.
I don't think
That's like a
so.
monk thing.
1+ strength mod.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's is it the same, but it'd still be 3 if it was 1 plus strength.
Oh,
mod?
it'd be 5.
Okay. Okay.
Then that's halved
Right.
because
So
I'm
that
raging.
it's 2 then because
Nice.
it's rounded down.
Nice.
So you take 2 damage as you punch yourself in the
Just a nice
Okay. Next is
Baguglio thinks to himself, man, he's pretty badass.
Oh,
next is
For
Kiva.
my sheep.
For my
365 more days till hockey season. I gotta toughen up.
Okay, Kiva
Ah,
Ground's
my
just-
turn.
shot the figure with a bow.
Okay.
He kind of laughed, chuckled.
Yeah. So this is gonna be rough. Are there? For my own knowledge, is he alone, or are there like
He seems to be alone.
stuff around him? Okay,
seems to be
seems to be alone. Okay, good. 'Cause I'm going to turn into. I'm gonna do my starry form archer. So these little stars will kind of trail down underneath and kind of like give me the appearance of armor and kind of like this like fancy archers like crests or whatever. And then I will use my bonus action. He's within 60 feet of me, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. So we are going to do a ranged attack. And so I think this will just be it's just a spell attack.
So it's your wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your currency, wisdom things, stuff.
So we'll just do wisdom. It'll just be like an ability check, I guess. Sorry for the doggies.
So you
Oh no.
pull back your bow in your starry form and just shoot, and it just kind of goes a little bit wide, and he just continues to chuckle.
I'm going to ruin him. I'm going to demolish him.
So now it's his turn. He's going to move up to you and make an attack with his war pick. Okay. It's only going to be a 9.
Doesn't hit.
It's his first attack and his second attack. I don't know why I said that. Yep. Could have just used the attack from the other war pick. It's a 16.
That one unfortunately hits.
8 piercing damage.
I'm down again.
Take his war pick and just slams it into you, all kind of laughing, like right across the face, and you unconscious.
That's creepy.
It's
Yeah,
more of
boy.
a dwarvish chuckle. I don't really have a good
boy.
Irish laugh. You can't be like, but yeah, he just.
Oh my god, it's a leprechaun!
Oh
and just.
my
right
god.
down. Okay, that's townsfolk. Spagoolio, it's your turn.
Okay. Any activity in the northwest yet?
You haven't seen anything yet, but there is a little bit of sound
Okay.
of fighting.
Okay. Spaguglio.
I can say you can go through the town square technically. There's a way in and out of
Okay.
the main building.
He's gonna take the dash action this time.
Nice. 50 feet of movement.
Oh, I totally should have like doused myself in a health potion or something. I did this all wrong.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay. At that point, you actually see in the very distance 3 of
Ooh, bungle bears.
the shimmering bugbears are attacking a
They're
couple townsfolk. You actually see one of them just kill one
Like
of the townsfolk
townsfolk,
outright.
townsfolk, or
You
like
actually see the ones that it's attacking. It just smashes its skull, and then the townsfolk falls over dead.
like just Johnny,
No,
or
like
Johnny with the sword.
Johnny with the sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still like upset, but like
Top of
they
the
know what they
rounds,
signed
they're
up
going to
for.
do the same thing again. At 60 feet, so I can go over here. He definitely is taking the scenic route around the river. You can go over
Just
here.
swim.
Just swim. You can make it over here. Okay, and that's all of them. Crealis, you just witnessed Kiva just go unconscious again.
Don't worry about me. It's fine. Stick with the plan. Stick with
Crealis
the
doesn't have any
plan.
more potions, so like,
I think Crealis has to stick with the plan at this point,
yeah,
or
she's
leave.
like, okay, I'm just gonna keep like attacking and flitting and attacking and flitting.
Yes, please.
And I
So
keep killing this elderly dwarf.
yeah, that's what I do best. I assume I'm hidden.
Yes.
Okay. Oh come on.
So close to a crit again. Yeah. Do your thing.
18 damage.
That's juicy.
It's starting to look a bit hurt.
I want you to mess this guy
Starting
up.
to look a
so
bit
bad.
hurt.
Okay, and before you flutter away, it's going to, with disadvantage, as it gets hit, it actually just quickly reaches for a javelin off its back and chucks it in your direction.
Okay, it reacts. Yeah.
Okay, so that's an attack with disadvantage. Doesn't hit, I guess. 10.
No,
Nice.
not
It
Yeah.
kind of just goes wide over, and you just hear him say, "Here, little birdie," as he throws the, or
Nope.
what? I guess
Yeah,
here, little
no,
sneaky. I guess
this is gonna mess
here,
you up.
whatever. It's not birdie. Here, whatever. Here, you sneaky whatever.
Dins, I believe in you so much.
Flashbacks,
And
flashbacks,
so much
flashbacks.
Okay.
Crealis is freaking out.
I should put these gentlemen in combat now. Next is one of the townsfolk. Oh no, townsfolk already moved. So now it's Mega. I mean, the townsfolk all moved together.
All right.
And technically, the players win the ties on initiative. So Kiva goes before the bugbear, and I go before the bugbear. Right?
Right, yeah, the line of...
No, I thought it was whoever had the highest dexterity goes first.
I thought
That
that was
is-
friendlies, because we shouldn't know their deck. Right?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
The DM does.
Right.
Right, so I would be able to know. I guess I can look at both of your
Yeah.
character sheets and tell which one goes first.
You look at my character sheet?
I can look at your character sheet. I know your character sheet.
Yeah.
It's so intimate.
All right.
It's so intimate.
He knows my character.
Oh, would Mega be close enough to hear any of the stuff going on behind him?
Oh no.
That answers that question.
It's also technically not really behind you. It's like way off in the
Yeah,
distance.
it's
There's
off the
no
map. It's off the map.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're doing our own thing. We're having a party. I'm so happy about it.
So he can't just keep slapping himself in the face to get back into combat. So he's gonna sprint, dash
Yeah.
up here and let rage drop.
Okay. Okie dokie. Next is one of the... Well, these bugbears went this round when they killed that the person guarding. So that'll be next round when they come in. Kiva, make a death save.
Okay.
And it looks like Foundry actually lines it up with dexterity as far as if you tie it just. That's why the bugbear is before
Oh my
Kiva.
God.
It actually lines it. Was that
Could
another
you
one?
not?
Oh God. Oh,
Could you not?
Like, how statistically likely
Look,
is this?
that you
So-
rolled
so
two
hold up.
ones very
It's funny every
unstatistically
time,
likely.
but
Hold up.
One out
Everybody
of
just hold up.
400.
Is there something is there something you want to talk about? Like, is everything going okay? Like,
Hey, I'm just peachy. I don't know what it is about Foundry. I don't know why it hates me.
look,
do you need a
why
hug?
won't you let me live my worst life?
Just let me kill myself already.
I'm trying to do this. Yeah, I messed up by not taking a health potion, but I would have been probably downed anyways soon.
It's just
I
it's
just
mostly
wasn't
the death
expecting another
saves.
one.
The rest of it's pretty solid. It's just the death saves. Come on.
So
Have better
he's
RNG.
going to. Let's see.
Sorry.
Brutal.
Okay, that's a good roll. What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
I think 16.
He says, I can play the game too, and he is no longer visible.
Oh no.
I'm gonna move him to a different spot that you didn't see me move him to. Okay. Next,
This isn't going to be mentally traumatizing for
Krallis is like
for
mentally
Krialis at all.
scarred because Krallis got like poisoned, and then Kiva's like, "Don't worry, I got."
Nice.
Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
Kiva was just a little. She was acting like a barbarian when she should have been acting like a druid.
Yeah,
She has a bit of a
not doesn't have the health total or armor to act like a barbarian.
no.
Okay, so first,
She's
actually, is
doing
it
it.
this one? No, it's this one. This one's gonna walk up to this townsfolk, make its attack. That's gonna miss. Wow, townsfolk holding out. It kind of goes for attack. The townsfolk parries it away with its sword, lets out a cry of battle. Ah! It's the townsfolk that's inspired by Mega to kill the other cultists. He's like ready to go.
Barbarian in the making, right there.
Oh yeah, Swagoglio.
Oh boy. I still can't get in there. Hmm.
But you do have
I
range spells, maybe. Who knows?
I do, but I only have 2 spell slots.
I mean, feels like a great time to use them. Maybe when people are dying everywhere.
I know,
Hey,
but
these
what's
townsfolk are doing great.
You're a warlock. Your spell slots are candy.
Yeah.
Use
Nom, nom,
them.
nom.
You'll get one back after like a 5-minute nap.
I mean, yeah, but what's on the other side of these bugbears, and do I need to use both of my scorching rays on it?
You're playing this like a JRPG hoarder who hoards all his potions.
That's what I was just gonna
Yeah.
say. It's like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And you've got
I could
got
use this
28
potion in this
Phoenix
fight, or
Downs.
I could save 200 for the end.
Yep, 200 potions that heal like 5 hit points
Yeah,
when you're
Mhm.
taking 50 damage. Yeah,
yeah.
Hmm.
just like
You
take
do
a handful
you,
and
though.
count them.
Yeah,
we
just
can
like
we can cast one scorching ray.
that wasn't creepy at all or anything. We can cast one scorching ray.
Range. I cast 3 rays. Make a spell attack for each ray. They each
Yep.
do 2d6.
You can choose who each ray goes to and
I
whatnot.
can hit all 3 of them.
Yep, each one once. If you hit, you can attempt to hit all
Yeah.
3 of them.
If I can. Good one. Okay, let's do that.
Do it.
The guy in the top, the way up high.
Okay, way up high first.
That is I add my charisma, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that is 19.
That'll hit. Roll your 2d6.
That is 11.
Nice. That is some high-end scorching ray damage.
That is almost perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the one close to the town people next.
Okay.
That's only a 9.
That is not going to hit. First one hits. Second one goes wide.
The last one is a crit.
That's not going to hit. Sorry.
Rip.
Rip. What we got?
Got
Crit damage. Was it all 6s or was it all 1s? That's the question. Can't quite see.
no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's all 6s
Oh.
except for 1 5.
Dang.
Nice.
23.
23. This one looks very hurt in the back. As your first one hits and does a decent amount of damage, second one goes wide. Third one, you just like focus and it just hits him square center of mass, sends fire, just like flames just licking across his body. And you can actually see the scorch mark on his chest and he kind of slumps over in pain.
Yeah, he does.
Next is Crealis.
Yeah, Crealis, what are you gonna do?
Crealis is going to kind of look around in a panic and look at Kiva's struggling to breathe form.
It's
Crealis
fine.
wants to like swoop down,
Okay.
try to stabilize Kiva, zip away with the rest of her movement, and try to hide again.
Kiva should have I think Kiva does have a healing potion on her person somewhere.
Yeah.
If you want to search her person and heal her, you wouldn't be able to hide. If you want to stabilize as an action, do you have a medicine kit? Do you have a ability to
it's
stabilize?
I think
Or is
to
it just
stabilize is
just
just a medicine check. of
check?
DC 10.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that as an action and bonus action hide, or you can use bonus action and action to like search, then pop the
Well,
potion.
yeah, I don't know that she's got a healing potion.
Right. So you would just do your medicine check then.
This is fine.
Roll your medicine. Okay, she is stabilized at 0 hit points.
So I zip over,
I can work with
and then I zip away.
And then you do a bonus action hide. Give me your stealth.
My gosh.
Ooh, nice.
that. I like that.
Nice. Okay. As you zip away, you make literally no sound. You're actually flying through the trees like this is your home. You literally just nothing.
Silent owl wings.
Silent. Okay.
I haven't seen any other owls.
You haven't seen
have
it.
I?
No,
Yeah.
you still haven't seen any other owls yet. Okay. This one's gonna make its
This is great. I don't know
dash
why
and get
you're
over
like,
there.
Perfect.
Next is Mega's turn.
This is not exactly how I planned.
Exactly.
Actually, it is, though. It is.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
Mega will run up to this one, and he's going to recklessly attack.
Nice. That's a crit.
Yeah, it is.
Do it.
Wow.
Now we're starting to roll when it really counts. Nice. Okay.
And I, so thankfully, so he'll do 14 to him.
Yep.
And then Mega's going to rage afterwards because I didn't declare it beforehand.
Gotcha. So you smack him right upside the head. A tooth kind of falls out and goes to the side, and then you rage like you're
Ah!
smack. Okay. Next is town folk over here that's going to try and do the same as you did.
Heck yeah, he's my buddy.
All the town folks at this point are your buddy. They see what you do and they're like, we're gonna get him. The 11 does not hit though. He was not inspired enough. Next is, which one are you? Top one. Seeing you do your thing, it's gonna kind of run in towards you, make its attack against you with advantage because you recklessly attacked.
Mhm.
The 21 to hit.
Hits.
For 15 piercing damage.
So halved would be
Half
7.
would be 7. Yeah. So it kind of slams down on your side. You're in your rage. You just shrug off part of the damage. It hurts a little bit, but you kind of shrug it off. You're like,
That
yeah,
hurt a little, but I'm okay.
I'm fine. Okay, Kiva, your turn.
Okay. If I succeed on a death save, then I
You're stabilized.
am
Your
back
death
on
No,
save.
so you no longer need to take death saves.
right. I'm stable.
You roll a
But
d4
it-
and see how many hours you're out,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
unless you get healing.
But you are stable.
I'm stable.
2 hours.
Or the-
Average. Yeah.
Or the dwarf double taps you.
Yeah. It's like bam, bam, done.
I mean, we'll see.
Okay.
Honestly, this is fine.
Not a lot we can do about that.
This is fine.
I believe that our dear lovely Crealis can still F stuff up.
Of course, Chaos. Okay,
I
that's even
can
higher.
see this stupid dwarf.
Oh man.
You hear off in the distance, just like, because he has seen you at this point, because you went down to do your stabilize. Here, birdie, birdie.
But she hit again.
What? Well,
She hit
he
again.
right. He can't see you, but he saw Crealis go in for the medicine check before he didn't know what it was that was shooting at him. He was just like,
Right,
here,
okay.
sneaky, and I was like,
Well,
here,
then
birdie,
something is
birdie. And that's it. You
I'm
can't
assuming
pinpoint where the sound's
from-
coming from or anything. It's just
That doesn't break my passive perception.
here, birdie, birdie.
All right, cool.
Okay, now we have full health townsfolk going in for a bite. Because that's what he wants to do. That's going to hit. 4.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Uh-oh.
That bugbear up there is starting to hurt. Well, actually, the one with the scorching ray is very hurt. The one that was just attacked is pretty hurt. And then the one that hit Mega's still doing okay. And that's going to be... So this very hurt bugbear is going to use its... Well, I'm going to say it can't quite make it to Swoolio. So he's going to surround Mega and go for another attack. Because he can't... I'm not going to let him jump over the bridge. That would be cheating. Or jump over the water.
Have him jump in the water.
No.
Go fishing with his body as bait.
Go fishing. The 24 to hit
Oof, that hits.
for 10, which is half down to 5.
I'm still kicking.
He's still kicking. Okay, top of the round.
I'm not doing very good though.
Top of the round. Bugbear up top is going to attack the townsfolk that just attacked it. Morning Star. It's 19 to hit for... That hits. For 11 damage, he just slams down on the townsfolk and it just falls over dead.
Oh no. Johnny. Oh.
No, Johnny. Spagoolio. It's your turn.
Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Oh, got any more of those scorching rays?
I do. I have exactly one. You know what?
That would be a good time.
Let's do it. Let's do it again. I'll waste another. No, not waste. If it saves Mega, it's worth it.
So
I'll
you
do
have
another one.
very hurt is the bottom one. The top one is pretty hurt, and then the one to the left of Mega is still doing okay.
We're gonna
but
start
resting
with
is
the
okay.
bottom one.
Very hurt. Let's go.
So I'm gonna try something out here. 19.
Oh, that
Oh.
hits. I like it.
Okay.
Switching around the
Handcam.
cam.
Fancy.
Fancy cam.
Yeah.
It's an IP webcam of using my phone.
Nice.
Oh, I don't see
That's
anything.
9.
As
I
you
think
send
it's
the-
reversed.
It is.
But-
As
Actually,
you
no, it's
send the
not.
scorching ray in, actually, no, that's fine. Yeah. You hit it in the same exact spot, and it just bursts into flames and is dead.
Okay. I'm going to attack the next highest damage.
That's gonna be the one up top.
That's a 14.
That will not hit.
Okay, and I'm going to try to hit that one again.
Okay.
That one is a 12.
That will not hit as well. Both of your first ray kills off the bugbear, and the other two just go too far up, too far to the north, and just go right past it.
Okay, I am going to spend my movement though, just because I didn't need to before, but I'm going to come in closer here.
Okay, that works. Crealis, it's you.
Kralos is gonna stay put and actively look around for this dwarf.
Okay, so you can do a perception, like an actual perception roll as your action then, and you'll keep your stealth.
Oh my gosh!
You
Jeez,
see nothing.
we are awesome.
Pokes me in the eye.
I could have swore I was in a forest.
Where am I? Okay,
Yeah, she just burrows deeper into this tree
gotcha.
as she waits for this. Like she's staying put. She's staying put.
Yeah. So,
I guess. Can I? I don't know if I can do this as a. Give me a second to just check something. No. Okay. That's it.
okay. So, the town folk up top of the bugbear, after seeing his friend Johnny die, gonna make an attack. He's angry. He's gonna hit for 2 damage. Bugbear is still looking pretty hurt. Next is Mega.
All right. So Mega is going to yell out just to the other people that are attacking. Take care of the hurt one. This guy is mine. And so he
Yeah.
squares up with the guy who's still doing okay.
Okay.
And he is going to do his crazy attack,
Reckless attack.
reckless attack.
Roll with advantage. That does not hit. As you were shouting, you went for the attack at the same time as you were trying to shout to someone else, and you weren't quite paying enough attention on your main target, and it goes wide. Next is
That was not part of the plan.
next is the bottom town folk, which will be doing exactly what was told by Mega. Go in for a bite attack. That is a 4. He also misses with his sword, not his bite. Sword. Bugbear just kind of parries it away with his mace. Next is the Bugbear in front of Mega, who was just challenged. Gonna make an attack with advantage. That's a 10.
Ah, that misses.
You miss him, and then he goes to hit you and misses you right away. Both you guys are just swinging wide.
Throwing haymakers at each other.
Exactly. Kiva, you don't have a turn because you're currently sleeping off of stuff.
A wee nap.
Next is going to be him.
Sorry, I did what my character would do.
No, that's totally fine. I respect it. Okie dokie.
At least I'm not.
I wish I
bad.
had a phone. I wish I had to think this through the
Not the lack
webcam.
of trying.
He rolled a crit on
I
his
appreciate
perception, so that's all I wanted to say.
Sorry,
so
was
he's-
that Cal?
He rolled a. Like I said, I wish I had a phone to show the dice. He rolled a crit in his perception check.
All right. Is it
So-
Oh shit!
25?
It does.
Okay. Cool.
So he's also gonna be visible to you now. Comes right up to the tree you're in and just like goes for a war pick. It's like, found you.
Wait, he goes for a war pick.
He's
I'm
attacking
Or
the
I guess it'd be a
tree.
javelin. Okay, he would shoot a javelin. He would throw a javelin at you.
Okay.
He doesn't have a leaping of that. That's right.
He's right behind you.
Your
Have
D10
stubby
weapon
legs.
play. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Is he within 30 feet? Oh, he is within. Oh gosh, he's right there. I hit like in the tree above.
Yeah, he'd been moving around, and he was slowly just making circles around Kiva,
Amazing.
and that was where he found the perception.
Around me like a vulture. Jeez.
Okay.
All right.
That 25 to hit.
Not a crit. Cool.
It is not a crit,
Oh,
correct?
no.
Okay.
Rude.
For
Rude.
nope, that's wrong. That's the that's the
That is
attack.
not
That was not
a
damage. Whew. 6 piercing damage. That's better. Actually, no. Add 2 because its strength modifier is higher than that, so it's 8 piercing damage.
Oh boy. Okay.
Rude.
Just hucks a javelin at you,
Okay.
and that's its turn. Next is Bugbear up here, who's going in a Townfolk Frenzy. He's go for the attack of the Townfolk above it. Wait a minute, is that? Yeah, it's the Bugbear. Now you're into your Morning Star attack. And he's gonna miss. Bugbear misses the Townfolk. Townfolk's still doing okay. Spagooglio, it's your turn. Very hurt Bugbear
Okay.
that Mega just was like, go take care of that one. And then missed, and then the other Bugbear missed, and it was all, everyone's friends now.
Okay. So the top guy is the one that's almost dead.
Yeah, he's very hurt.
Okay, so I'm in here and I got my rapier because I did my thing earlier. So
Do it.
I got a script for this rapier to hit. Nope.
Wow.
You go in for your rapier attack, being the very first time you ever summoned your rapier and tried to attack with it. You're not quite, used to it. So you go wide on the attack, and the Bugbear dodges.
I rolled the exact same on a real dice.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Crealis,
It's
your turn.
disgusting.
The exact same.
Exact same.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
It's a 9.
He is still like 10, 15 feet. That's right, 'cause that's where you dropped. 15 feet down, about how high the trees are.
Oof. I'm gonna fire the short bow at him, and then flit, like flit a full 50 feet away and try to hide again.
Okay. That'll hit. So close to not even an advantage. Nice. Okay.
8 damage.
Okay. You shoot your short bow at him, point blank. Well, not really point blank, it's still 15 feet. Hits him right in the shoulder. He's starting to look hurt. And you hide.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Are you hiding? Yes, right. He's 15 feet
go
away.
to the
There's
right.
no.
But there's not enough room.
You want to go off the right? I'll just put you like here and just say that you're, or what, like right here, but to the right?
20, 30, and then 20 more feet out.
20 more
that
to the
way.
right? Gotcha. Okay.
And 18 on the stealth.
Gotcha. Now is the top townsfolk going to make an attack with its bite.
Hitting sword.
Chomp.
That is it's sword, and it's going to miss. Now it's Mega's turn, squaring up against that Bugbear.
Yep, same thing.
I'll give
Throwing
it.
haymakers.
That definitely hits.
We are flooring
Nice.
crits quite a bit. Oh no! Oh no! Mega.
2 is 7,
So, gotcha. Okay, it is
also known as minimum.
looking hurt.
It-
Yeah,
It's a pretty good minimum though.
that is. Yeah, 7's a good minimum at 3. Next is bottom town folk gonna make his bite attack, or sword attack. It does not hit. Next is Bugbear squaring off with Mega.
Come on, guys, you're killing me here. Literally.
No,
I'm
really.
gonna do. I'm gonna do better this time.
22 to hit, so he'll hit you for 17 piercing damage. Halved is 8. Yeah.
Right. That would drop me to 0. However, I am going to
He's
use my relentless endurance.
Okay.
Yes.
I am reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed. I drop to 1 hit point instead.
Okay. You are at 1 hit point.
Yep.
He
That's all you need.
mashes you across the face. You start to black out, and then at the last second, you let out a real big scream.
I'm too angry to die.
I cannot. Kiva is asleep. Not Draugr. That's what it should have been, the tracker. Is going to, since
We got
Krialis
12
is
seconds passed on those 2 hours.
those 2 hours. He's going to go over, well, I guess if you're not going to show up, I'll just deal with your friend. And just you're unconscious, right? So it would be a crit.
It would be an attack roll with advantage. If
Okay.
it's a hit, it's an auto crit.
Okay.
Which is two failed death saves. And you go back to making death saves.
Well, that's a crit.
no.
That's a crit anyway.
Wow.
just-
Double crit.
Whack. You are on 2 failed death saves.
Cool. I'm happy there.
And
That's where I've been all day.
All day. Next is Top Bugbear,
all day. 2 death saves.
who's still in the townsfolk. He's still going for the townsfolk because Spagulio just straight up missed him. He doesn't even notice that there's a gnome in front of him at this point.
He didn't even see him.
Yeah,
I missed his kneecap.
that's gonna crit. Okay,
Oh,
this townfolk's going down
I am so glad
for
to not be that
23
guy.
piercing damage. That townfolk does not exist anymore.
That is my total health.
Yeah, it's a bugbear crit. Welcome to Bugbears. Okay. Spagulio, it's your turn. After just watching this poor townfolk just essentially get vaporized by a weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna get him.
A fine mist.
Yep.
Okay.
Cal heard
It's-
me. Cal heard my plan, and he was like, "You guys are getting too clever. I'm just going to ruin all of you."
We got a 22.
To be fair, I warned very heavily against splitting the party and said that you would die. The words did come out. 22 hits.
Yeah.
I know,
Okay.
but also
Oh, 2.
my
For 2
favorite
damage.
player to bash the DM.
Also, kill this guy.
He's still
But-
looking very hurt, but he's fine. I mean, you could still kill this guy.
Yeah, we could still kill this guy.
It is possible.
I
Next
believe in Krialis.
is Krialis. I believe in Krialis too. Roll your advantage if you'd like to do your
one
bow.
with this dude and mess him up. Such goodness. Tins, I believe in you so much.
Your
don't know.
shot is fired from the shadows and it goes wide and just off into the
I
distance.
think he's going wide.
But I remain hidden because it didn't hit. Is that how that
Right.
works?
I mean, yeah. I'm going to say, because it didn't hit, he would have just heard the shot from behind him. He wouldn't have seen the origin. He would have just heard a.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can. Do you want to move and hide or are you just staying in the same spot?
I'm
Wait,
gonna-
didn't he just attack you from this spot?
No, it was earlier.
It was earlier, yeah.
Oh, that was earlier?
Yeah.
It's all becoming a blur.
Yeah, I
it's
got
all fading to black.
Okay. So next is Mega.
All right. Third time's a charm.
It's Charm. Let's go. That's a hit. Take him down.
+2 is 11.
Okay. You just hit him right across the face with your yell, and he hit him right across the face. You bash his skull in, and he is dead.
Woo!
Okay.
Well,
Next is the last living townsfolk.
Such a deer, that guy.
Such a deer.
What a
Come on.
deer. What a riding
Oh.
deer.
Come on, Bobby Joe. Finish him off.
Okay. He's not going to finish him off, it looks like. Miss.
Ugh.
Kiva, make a death save.
Yeah. Shining moment. Am I gonna die? For real?
Oh,
Oh,
Saved.
wow.
And then you just get kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna get
Kicked
my
in the
skull
face.
bashed, and then it's gonna be just peachy.
Kicked. And we're death save. Oh.
No, he actually at this point he notices that you're like barely holding on to life. Like, be more fun to watch you slowly die. I'll just go off into the shadows and let it happen.
Oh, that's too kind of you, Cal.
Fail.
And you can still see where he is.
Yes.
Mess him up. Mess him up.
That is in character that he would do that. That wasn't me being kind. That is very subject one to be like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
please die slowly.
Draw it out. Yes, good.
Bugbear's gonna go for attack on Spaguglio.
That
Kinda
mother.
moving down the line.
Literally.
Okay. That's gonna hit with a 19.
Mage armor's magical.
Oh yeah.
For only
That's
8
how that
piercing
works.
damage. That was a pretty low
Oh,
roll.
For only $8.99.
Okay. For only
Okay.
899 piercing damage.
You
got
too
one
can be
shot.
dead. You can be stone dead.
Spaguglio, it's your turn.
99, push the handle away.
Okay, I'm gonna retaliate and hit him back.
Okay.
Oh no, never mind.
Just end.
I'm just gonna stand here unless an 11 somehow magically now hits when it didn't earlier.
It did not. Crealis, your turn.
That magic.
Well,
Crealis, Crealis,
right.
Crealis.
That hits.
The crowd goes wild.
Oh my gosh. 15 more damage.
You shoot your shot off, and it just pierces him right in the chest, and he starts like laughing as he slowly just falls unconscious.
Yes! Yes!
I'm still flitting somewhere and hiding.
That's totally fine.
I knew you were the right bird for the
Like,
job.
right above where Kiva is.
I'm so happy. I
Oh,
love
you
it when
gotta make
fans
one
do
more
Only
together.
reason. Yeah. No, you totally did it. That was a very lucky. That was a lucky specific damage roll that he went unconscious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway, Mega, your turn.
Oh, does he like turn into a wraith if he dies? This is gonna be great. Fine, don't worry about it.
No, it's just because I felt like part of the plan was to maybe not kill him.
As
From
far
what
as
I
Chris
can-
is aware,
Right,
No.
right. You weren't going for non-lethal. It's
If
just
Kiva was still alive, he would be dead.
yeah. So
cool.
he's unconscious.
Mega's almost out on his feet. He kind of spins and kind of drunkenly looks at the other bugbear and takes a giant swing, and I think 13 is going to miss.
It does miss.
Oh, Mega, no. Mega,
Next
no.
is the townsfolk.
Come on, buddy.
Make your sword attack. It's not gonna hit.
Oh,
No
no.
one's hitting. Kiva. Make a death
What
save.
did I do?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, I get to save.
die.
I get a death
Don't
All of
die.
this for nothing.
save.
Don't die.
Realis just had this
Knock on
huge
wood.
success. Are you going to reward?
Oh, thank God.
We're 2 and 2. And
Oh,
Crealis can, as long as Crealis gets his medicine check.
oh no.
I would rather you make sure the other guy is dead than
He-
You know,
come and
I
save
know
my
that is what you prefer.
You see him roll around a little
However-
bit. You get the sense that if nothing is done, he will just eventually bleed out and die.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, like I just let you know. Bugbear goes for an attack against.
who knows? Maybe he'll crit his death save though.
It's possible. Actually, I should roll that death save.
Oh my
You-
gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it
I'm
a
just
20?
saying,
Wait,
okay.
did he quit?
Okay. No, I'm just saying. Okay. That's all.
Does he open
Oh
his
yeah.
eye?
mhm.
Nope. He's still looking like he's probably gonna
That's all I need. That's all I need.
an attack against Spaguglio. He's focusing on his Wow, that's a low roll.
Nope.
Does not
Nope.
hit. No one's hitting up in this corner.
Not at all.
Literally no one is hitting up in this corner. Okay,
Rune's getting a little
Spagoglio.
That's a
getting-
21.
That hits.
And that's a 4.
He is still alive. Barely
God damn
clinging on to life. Okay. Next is Crealis.
Crealis is going to swoop down
Okay.
a little more carefully than before, and he is going to try, like, if it's a bonus action, to kind of search through Kiva's things. Will do that. If she doesn't find any potion, she is going to just try to stabilize.
Sure. So do an investigation check.
Yeah, I thought I still had one from way back that I just never used because
That's
I'm stubborn.
You do not see anything in her pockets.
Okay. That's a
Medicine.
12 on the medicine check.
You're stable. Roll a d4 for me now, and we'll see what your unconscious time is now.
This time it's how many decades?
4 hours.
Oh,
That makes sense. It was the
I
second time you
mean,
went down. It
It's the
actually
thing, yeah,
thematic.
exactly. Like,
It's fair. It's fine.
and then she's gonna get between the two of them,
Okay.
and I, like, after making sure that, okay, she's breathing, she's not, like, literally bleeding out.
Yeah.
Crealis will turn her attention and, like, hover a little in midair, like 5 feet above the ground. Can look around, but is mostly keeping her eyes on this dwarf looking majigger.
Okay.
stabilize the dwarf next turn.
He's
No.
he's looking he's looking he's still looking like he's probably gonna bleed out. He's like, there's a 50-50 chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I guess that would be his turn anyway. That'd be on his turn that would happen, but whatever. Mega, your turn. Do it again.
You done with me? I'm not done with you.
That is not hit.
Mega's just completely punch drunk at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, doesn't know which way is up even.
Okay. Townsfolk, can you do it? Can
I
someone
leave.
please kill?
Nope.
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 Okay, so he already did his death save. You are currently sleeping. And it's the bugbear's turn going for another attack against Spagoglio.
Go to hell.
It's gonna
Nope.
miss.
I am
Okay.
loving this.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Spagoglio, it's your turn.
You hold on. I'm thinking.
The best part is it's all rolled in the open too, so it's not like you can
Yeah.
see that literally everyone's just missing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to hit him again.
That makes sense.
Nope. Okay.
Crealis
Unless
Okay.
13 magically hits for
No.
Spagoglio.
Crealis, it's your
Oh.
turn.
Crealis sort of haltingly approaches this dying figure and kind of, like, before she can talk herself out of it, takes out her sword and tries to stab him through.
Okay, roll your advantage attack.
I'm so proud of you. I'm
And
so
As you
proud.
take your sword, you just kind of right through it. He at his very last breath, he just said, "Thank you," and dies.
She, like, falls backwards, like, leaves the sword in him basically, and
okay.
crawls back over to Kiva to like, just
Just check and make
try
sure
to figure
everything's
out
fine.
what she's gonna do there.
Okay.
So cute.
Mega, please finish this thing off. It's
Come
getting
on.
late.
I believe.
It hits.
Hey.
There's only one roll that would. Yeah, it's dead.
Thank God.
You just in your like punch drunk state, you like swing wildly over the top of his head and just kill him. He's just dead. He's gone. Okay. We're now out of combat.
Hanka's gonna like stagger, look around. Nothing else. No one else. No one else is doing anything. And then he's gonna say, "Okay, thank God, I'm done." And he's just gonna like fall over backwards, just boom.
Out in the woods, you do notice that whatever was left of the army seems to be running away with the shot of elven archers' arrows chasing them. But you don't see any elves chase them personally. It's just their archers, their arrows. Okay. One last thing, and then we'll call it one. For the folk in town, in the kind of strolling out from the side, very familiar figure just kind of strolls out
No.
and just kind of starts walking. You actually probably don't know. You're good news. Your friends killed one of the subjects, one of my loyal 13, I guess I'd call them. And he just keeps walking slowly forward. Honestly, he was a pain in the butt. I'm totally cool with it. Thank you so much. You've done me a great favor. Is Mega passed out currently? Like,
Oh yeah.
okay. So I guess he's just focusing on.
You want to know
Not
about
like-
favors?
He's not like unconscious.
You're
He's
hearing
just
it, but you're like,
completely.
yeah.
He's completely out of strength. He's just his eyes closed. He can hear what's going on, but he has no strength left. Even like prop himself up to look at the guy.
Okay. It's kind of
We got a word for people like you back where I'm from.
I'd love to hear it.
Dick.
Mega groan.
It's great. No, that describes it pretty well. You're not wrong.
He's just a shadowy blob. He probably looks the part, honestly.
He does not look phallic in shape.
Are we in like action economy state right now?
No, you're pretty much out of combat.
I'm going to touch my medallion of thought.
Okay.
I want to read his mind.
You go to read his mind, and it's just an insane jumble. You can't make out a single thing, even with detect thought. His mind just seems to be a swirling mass of just whatever.
Do you go deeper?
Do you go deeper?
Yes.
Okay. What is the roll?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
1 second. Yes,
Yes.
totally.
God.
Give me a second.
It's just like the ocean. It may be roiling above, but it might be calmer below.
And completely not possible to get trapped there.
Wait, he had to pass it or
He has to
fail
do
a
a
DC for me to get there to begin with.
Okay, so he needs to
Isn't
make
it
a wisdom
possible
save?
to do a
Base
That was
thoughts
like a
is
wisdom.
nothing. If you're digging deeper, does he have to do a wisdom save? Is that how that works?
I believe so.
I think
Alright.
so.
I think he had to do a wisdom save to begin with.
No, detect
No.
thoughts. You can do base thoughts without wisdom
Yeah, that's
saves.
the search
Oh, it just says
But-
detect thoughts, spell save DC 13.
Well, right, but that's
Yeah,
for
so
your
that's
if you're
if you go
probing.
deeper,
So if
that's
you
the
are
DC.
probing, okay.
Okay.
Are you probing? Are you
Yeah,
going?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going.
And either whether he succeeds or fails, he knows what you're doing.
Correct.
At this point.
Right.
Nice. Okay.
And if he succeeds, does he read any more thoughts in, or is it just stop? He still gets the next layer, right? I think
No.
it's just a
It's-
stop, and
okay.
he just knows.
No, if he fails, then like
If it
the
fails, you
shadow
gain
knows
insight
that
into its
you
reasoning, its
tried
heavy, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
Okay,
Either
the
way, the
spell just-
target knows that you are probing into its mind.
The spell just ends, and he just kind of looks at you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you can keep trying, but at that point, the creature can have a contested intelligence check to end the spell.
I'm not that smart.
Okay. He just
Like in
kind
a
of looks
failed
at you and is like, really? Parlor tricks?
What?
Don't play dumb. You were trying to
I
read
don't-
my mind. How did you like it?
Is that what this does? I thought I was scanning radio frequencies or some shit. That was really weird.
Okay, do your deception check. Tested by his
But I'm
insight.
good at this one. I have a chance.
Oh, I love this.
Never really
Good
knew
thing
what
he
it
was
did.
passed out and, like, hundreds
Just
of
every
feet
time I
away.
touch it, I hear things.
100 feet away, Kiva groans.
Yeah.
He's just-
Unconscious.
Okay. We got
Her
Don't
eyes
think you're gonna
roll.
beat it.
21.
27.
Oh no! That's so good. It's almost like he's the biggest fan.
Oh, wait. I just added my flat charisma to that. That was 18 is what I rolled.
Oh, that's pretty high.
27.
My deception is 5, so it's still not enough.
Still not
I
27.
was gonna say, there's no way.
He chuckles again. He just seems amused but a little bit disappointed. At least you're trying. You might want to go into the woods and help your friend out though. She might not make it.
Which one?
The Goliath.
She's too stubborn to die. She'll be fine.
I mean, we can test that if you'd like.
Sure. But you know what? Enough about us. What's your name?
The Shadow.
Were you like? That's like what famous assholes do. They just
Right?
give themselves like a one-word name, the Shadow.
Well, technically that's 2
Like-
words, but I know you can't count, so that's fine. Well,
I mean,
anyway,
we
I
won.
have
We won.
things I need to do. I will, as is customary, because I do find your group rather interesting.
You know,
give
just
you.
before you go,
Oh yeah.
there's like these really cool part of town that I think you would just love.
Do you mean the fire that is set on
No.
the southeast side?
No.
Okay.
No, there's these high elves, and they said that they were gonna kill you.
The High Elves? They would
Yeah.
never. They would never. Trust me. The High Elf would never try and break. Maybe I've said a little bit too much. What I will say, as I was so rudely interrupted, because I find your group so
Rudely?
interesting, and I'm intrigued to see if you succeed. I will gladly give you the location of the base that these things that attacked this town are, where they're based from, to see if you guys can take it out. It would interest me.
What are we making a bet? My eyes get bigger. We were making a bet.
Sure. Let's make a bet on it. 2
Okay,
platinum says you can't do it. I don't need the money up front.
You know what? You're on.
He reaches out his hand for a shake. You shake his hand. You get a weird sensation. It's nothing permanent. Just like a weird, like you get the shiver.
Yeah.
You get goosebumps just straight up. Well,
Like giving a handshake to Static.
yeah. Well, it's up north a little ways. I'll leave a map by the end. Don't worry. I need to go make sure to talk to probably grab subject 1, whatever is left of him, and go have a little chat with the rest of the group. You all have a fantastic rest of your day.
Good luck finding them.
And he steps like 60 feet. So he pops here, and then he pops over here, and he's gone. And then out of the trees, the same kind of entrance, as Crialis is kind of standing over Kiva's body. Well, Slow clap. Impressed. Honestly impressed, little bird. Honestly, I saw most of it from afar. I didn't think you could do it. When she went down, I thought it would take 2, maybe 3 of you, and you pretty much took him all out at the same time. I see some potential in you. And the way you just killed him while he was defenseless.
She's shaking.
You'll learn to like that feeling. Don't you worry. Looks like your friend will eventually be up. You can let her know, as well as I let your other friends know, the location of the people who attacked this town. Let's say it's my offering for such an impressive work, a little gift to you. The location of the army, which really isn't an army, that attacked this place. And I will bid you adieu until next time. Oh, and tell your friend. You know what? Never mind. And just Misty steps out. If you want to say anything to him before he leaves, he does walk away a little bit, or he's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone. And on that note, we're gonna call it a night.
Gosh.
Wow.
We did it! We all lived! That's
Everybody
a miracle! I
Okay.
do not fear death.
I do not fear death, and that's totally fine if that's your character. I
Even though I
respect
did
it.
roll 2 nat ones on my death.
Yeah,
die.
that was just unfortunate.
That was just mean.
That was mean. And then we had everyone just miss constantly, and like that one bugbear, and he was missing too. It's not like he was hitting; everyone was just missing. Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight. It's late. You guys all have a great rest of your night stream. We will be back in a couple weeks. Probably the 18th will be what we'll shoot for, but if anything happens, I'll let you guys know. You guys all have a fantastic rest of your night. Goodbye, stream.
Sounds good. Goodbye.
Peace.